Hopefully we're back after some technical difficulties. Apparently our original start did not work. So welcome everybody to our 25th week of Shadowguard 5th edition D&D. I am Amel, your game master, and I apologize for the difficulties. We already kind of did announcements. We'll do them really quick again. I have no petty squabbles on my normal Sunday game this week. Instead, I will be doing some GM prep for this game and most likely my petty squabbles game. Charlie, you had a couple announcements. If you want to repeat them really fast, everything looks good on the stream from what I can see, so go for it.
Wonderful. Just do us a favor, go like us on Twitter and Facebook and retweet the tweet we just made about this episode. If you do that, if you retweet us, you can find us at Chop Shop Network. Pretty simple. We'll give you 500 in-stream XP, so you get 500 Chop Shop bucks. Also, this Sunday, there will be no Space Case. We're pushing it back one more week to premiere a new show, a Monster of the Week stream and podcast called Normal Illinois, featuring some of possibly your favorite kind of friends from the Holdenators Ho stream. Anybody here that kind of came over from the Holdenators Ho, you probably know Carly and Kellen are going to be debuting on this Monster of the Week campaign, and it's going to be really cool. Also, Princess Lola will be playing, and our good friend Purse, these people are like all streamers. It's going to be very cool, so definitely check that out this Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern. And welcome to Shadowguard.
Cool. Yeti will be here in a little bit. He's running a little bit late. He's got some things going on, so when he joins, we'll do a quick break, fix the cameras, get it all going, we'll get right back into the action. This should be our final session of this season, where we finally kill the Alp. Quick recap, everybody. I'll do a quicker version I already did. The group is hunting an Alp after being hired by Glod, our missing player at the moment. They have tracked the Alp for the last 2 days and have discovered its lair under an orphanage that they are now traveling through and discovering. The last thing they ended up dealing with was a group or a room of flying animated objects. Well, animated objects in general. Armors, swords, shields. Glod went down once. He's at the moment knocked out. And we'll kind of see, we'll do a quick introduction of the group and get right into the action. So, Magnus, go and describe your character.
Well, I think we've been describing our characters for enough consecutive streams that we can start to dumb it down a little bit. I play Magnus Munch. I'm a gnomish necromancer, but I am of a good alignment, even though I'm a necromancer. More of kind of a medical, interested in medicine, science, and the arcane. And I wear a top hat.
Very good. Luke, quick description of your character.
I am the gun-toting halfling artificer extraordinaire. I'm a quick to action, and those actions are always bad. They're never good. They never yield good decisions, and people still let me keep doing them for some reason.
Cool. And Elle, quick description of the character.
I play Elle Clark, a roguish human who is trying to be good, but Luke makes it hard.
Nice. Okay. So, let's go ahead and get right into it. Luke, on the last battle, you burrowed through this white stone marble and ended up in a different hallway. Itself is small enough for you to travel through. It's tight fitting though, so it's considered heavy terrain. You and Magnus can fit through it easily enough. Your bronze scout named Harold obviously can travel through with no issues. He made it, but it is quite small for Elle to make it through.
Can we drag her through?
You can attempt, but what do you guys do? You're in this room. There's a sarcophagus in the middle of it. Luke, you're in the hallway kind of off to the side. All these dead objects all around you, destroyed and smashed to bits. And you see at the other end of the hallway, Magnus, you see another hallway leading around a corner.
I poke my head back into that room.
You're poking into what room?
Into this room.
Oh yeah, because there is a hole through that. So you poke through.
Yeah. So poking through.
Okay. Glod is currently knocked out.
Oh, hey, Magnus, can you help that almost dead corpse over there?
What do you propose I do about him?
I don't know. Do you got potions or something? Some healing? I don't know.
Didn't I give you a potion? Or you? And I point at Elle as well. I don't remember if I did. I thought I did, but maybe not.
I don't remember.
Got
Do
me,
you guys
guys.
have potions in your inventory?
I have 2 potions of healing.
I have
I'll
one.
give it to Glad.
Yeah, so Magnus is like, yeah, I gave you one. Use that.
Okay, so are you walking back through, Luke, and you're gonna heal up Glad?
I guess I will use one of my flask charges just so he can get up and take his own damn potions.
Okay, you're gonna use one of your flash charges. Let me move your character on over. There we go.
So I've got 1 flask charge left.
All right, Glad.
So at least he's conscious.
It's conscious with 1 HP. You just hear. Ugh. Oh, that hurt. We win.
No,
No,
Glad.
we lost and we're in hell. Why don't you get up? We have more to do still.
All right, I guess. So Glad gets up with his 1 HP. Let me see if Glad has any potions on him really fast, and if so, I will use one of his.
Okay.
So, oh, Harold, real quick there, as I poke Harold, go make a bigger hole over there in that hole you already made. So, anyway, Al, there's actually, I found a shortcut there to another room.
How do we know it's a shortcut?
Well, it takes us to a different room that we're not in, and we haven't been to, so, it's got to be a shortcut to that room at least.
True, that may not be the room we want to go to. There's also a door that leaves this room over there. And I point at the door on the opposite side of the room.
I mean, it's over just on this side, so we probably got to go around, We'd just be skipping a room. That would be my guess,
Might be worth checking out. I feel like any noise Harold made would draw whatever creatures toward us. I assume there's going to be much more magical protection here, just like this armor and these shields.
Probably, should we take a short break? I feel like a break would be a good good thing to do right now. Recuperate some of our strength, get prepared and share some information, all that good stuff.
I mean, I'm feeling well enough, but if you insist.
Oh, I think me and Claude could use a quick break at breather there. I actually kind of want to make sure that my ability to sense magic guy, is here, because we don't want to run into some surprises later,
Okay.
I mean,
how long does your detect magic last? Didn't you cast it earlier in this?
I did.
Dungeon?
It lasts 10 minutes.
You guys spent 10 minutes upstairs after he cast it, though, and came back down. So
That's
it
right.
wore off.
Did we already take a short rest? I feel like I already regained
You guys
my
took
one spell
a
slot.
short rest, I believe, before coming down here.
Yeah, that's what I'm pretty sure I've used my arcane recovery this day already.
I could definitely use some hit dice usage, though.
Yeah, I have 5 out of 6 hit dice, so we must have taken a short rest already.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, am I exhausted? No.
You got a... Where did you get a... Oh, I can't remember where you got a level of exhaustion from.
Was it from some necromantic creature attacking me? Possibly?
Something like that. There was some within one of the a couple of the traps earlier on in the dungeon. You encountered that. Yeah, it caused some exhaustion and whatnot.
Okay.
So,
I think Magnus turns to L and is like, so, let's leave it up to L. Which way do you think, the door or the tunnel?
We're talking the tunnel that was burrowed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little small for someone of my size, isn't it?
I can make it bigger. That's not an issue there.
Well, risking the magic traps again doesn't sound like a fun idea, but Claude, how do you feel?
I think I'll go wherever you all want to go.
Oh, great. Just very discerning, Claude.
I do my best.
I mean, they will expect us to come from the doors, not a hole in the wall. If I were laying traps, I would lay them along the doors.
That's very true. Don't think they
Yes.
have traps in the wall.
So itself, we're going through that wall there. Harold, go make a bigger hole there for the lovely lady and the fat dwarf.
What you call him fat? I'm just stocky. So, all right. So you guys are going to go through. So you guys taking a rest or no? First off.
I suppose we could rest before we head out.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Yes.
while we're resting, the door on the other side of the room is like a closed door.
No,
right?
it's open. It's an open hallway.
But it like curves away.
It
right?
curves
Out of
around
sight.
the corner. Yes, out of sight.
Does it look like it's going down, like ascending or descending
It's
downstairs?
just like a couple stairs. So like 2 or 3. It's not like a full like floor down. It's just a couple steps. Is what
Magnus is gonna step up to the threshold of the door, but not step through.
Okay.
And like inspect the doorway and as much of the hallway as he can from where he's standing.
Okay. For the most part, you see what you can see that after the stairs another 10 feet or so, it seems to hit another stone marbled wall, white wall.
Okay. So it doesn't tell me a
No,
whole lot.
that's about all you can see.
Magnus is... Sorry, go ahead.
No, continue.
I was going to say, Magnus, the last thing, he doesn't really need to take a short break, so he's just kind of investigating and poking around. I definitely think he would investigate the sarcophagus for markings or writing, or like if it's open and he can see inside or anything like that.
Okay.
It's open.
Sure.
We opened it.
No, this one has not been opened. You opened.
No, we did open it because remember we opened it inside. I went in and stabbed it, and then everything started attacking me in the room.
No.
Yes, I guarantee that's what happened. The skeleton knocked
You're
open
right.
with Harold.
Rudyard and it was Rudyard and your unseen servant that opened it up, and he went to stab it. So yes, it is open. So when you go in and inspect, you see just bones inlaid in a like a breastplate with you see actually I believe Glod actually got this. Glod picked it up. He found a short sword. No, he did not find this. He did not find it. He got a short sword above. This one, you see a short sword that's made of, it looks like silver. And you see another long sword of a material similar to the spikes you saw earlier.
Could we identify it as adamantine or no?
Yeah, I think especially since you are aware of what the spikes were previously, you would definitely come to that conclusion pretty easy.
So Magnus is going to be like, well, there's your scrap adamantine, Luke. You don't have to steal a spike from a dungeon trap.
As I point to my bag as I'm still humming, doing my
If you're using your detect magic right now, while you're doing your short rest, you are not going to get your hit dice back.
I can't use hit dice?
You can't, you're not resting if you're casting detect magic for 10 minutes.
Oh, I mean, I don't think any of us are opposed to taking a 40-minute break instead of a 30-minute break, or an hour and whatever, if that's what it takes to do both.
Okay.
Even if we risk an encounter in that time, I'll just stay on guard, have a spell prepped for anything that pops through. I knew I should have taken that glyph of warding. But I will cast. Can I cast non-detection as a ritual? Because I will cast non-detection in that time. Let's see.
No, then there's gonna be eagles showing up, and I don't want to deal with that thing in this tunnel.
I mean, it's already can't see you in here, so I doubt it's gonna show up.
You guys evaded it before you came down in here.
How do you tell if things? Oh, yeah, it's not a ritual, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
So that yes, I can use my hit dice and still use the other thing, or no? I'm going with whatever the GM says.
Well, the question is, are you going to be using? Which are you doing first? Are you trying to determine the magic first, or are you trying to
hit dice and then I'll do detect magic?
Okay, so
don't worry about everything.
You're going to sit for an hour. Magnus has the 2 swords. You have a sword that's silvered. And you have an adamantite long sword at the moment.
Okay.
So those are on Magnus. So you
allow them for later.
You sit around, and for roughly a half hour or so, Magnus is kind of keeping an eye on the hallway. Magnus, give me a perception check.
Yes. Yes, I will.
Okay. You don't really notice anything too out of the ordinary down the hallway. Elle, are you resting during this time, or are you, what are you doing?
I guess I'm just chilling. Not really have anything else to do. So.
Okay. You gonna be expending any kind of hit dice?
Yeah, I'll do one.
Alright, well, you're not doing it yet. So.
Wait, so my count doesn't.
Does not, you do not roll yet. No, your rest is not finished. But
I have a question.
Go.
So if Magnus wanted to send his unseen servant, because I should still have it for a little while longer, I believe.
Yeah, it's an hour long. You know how long you get him for?
Yeah, an hour. And I don't think it's
15.
been an hour.
It's been like 15 minutes.
Can I send him around the corner of the hallway with the lantern turned out, like turned off, and tell him like if you see something coming, turn on the lantern?
Yeah, so you just kind of have him stand in the hallway and like the lantern just floating in the air, and just if he sees something, just like.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell him to like leave the lantern on the floor, like set it on the floor next to you, and just stand there and wait. If you see anything moving or coming, turn the lantern on. So it's just like an alarm, basically.
Yeah.
Like a motion alarm.
Yeah, you can definitely do that. How far do you have him go down the hallway? As far as you
like
can see?
just around the corner, so he's just just out of my sight, so he can see what I can't see, but also I can still see the lantern light, from where I am.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so you have him there. Magnus, and that you send him down there. And Magnus, that's when you start hearing a slight something rattling on stone. Like a
great.
That's what you start to hear from behind you.
From behind me, so not down the hallway?
Not down the hallway.
Like from the other doorway?
In the room.
I can't see where it's coming from.
As you turn around and look, you see a small piece of one of these animated objects start to like shake and start like moving a little bit.
Oh no.
Oh god.
The enchantment is reconstituting itself.
And I mean, it's not like instantly they all like form, but yeah, this is the first piece you start to see to move.
Frick. Do I?
Oh god. Looks like we're gonna abandon this rest period.
I thought I took Dispel Magic. Blindness. What other spell did I take? Non-detection.
The swords or the shields?
I don't believe you did. At the moment, he's just seeing like a small piece of the shield at the moment.
Yeah, I thought I took Counterspell. That's what I thought I took non-detection and Counterspell. I don't see. I don't know what other spell I took last level. I don't see it. I don't know. Anyway.
Can we just put it in the bag?
What are you putting in the bag?
The armor and stuff?
You put all of it?
I'm going to start taking stuff out of my bag.
Okay.
So I have space so it doesn't explode on me.
Okay, you know go on and give me an intelligence check. Just to see if you know what the average weight like if you could estimate the average weight of this stuff.
I definitely can.
Apparently you can.
I could do it well.
So
how much shit am I gonna have to dump
pull
out?
out some equipment over here and find it. Travel those trinkets are here somewhere. Traveling tools. Okay. So we are looking at weapons, which are the flying swords. You are looking, each sword is only 2 pounds, so not much at all. So you're looking at there are 4 swords, 4 shields, and 4 armor.
Okay.
So the shields themselves weigh 6 pounds each. So you're looking at 24 pounds.
Total right now?
24 plus 8. So
32.
32 pounds. And then you were looking at the weight of the armor, which is full decked out armor. So you are looking at 65 pounds per armor.
Okay.
So 130, so 260 plus the 32, so 292 pounds.
Gosh, I'm going to take the 2 hooves out of my thing.
Mm-hmm.
And the marble head of Eleanor out of my bag and start putting the swords, at least, in the bag. Because those things will stab the shit out of me, and I don't want that.
Yeah, and this takes time. Because you're literally grabbing little bits and pieces. As they start to shake and move and start to form together, you start to like stuff them into your bag. So yeah, I don't think there's an issue with all of you helping out. It takes you probably a total of 10 minutes to gather everything up and then shove it in your bag as you're like tossing stuff out. What kind of stuff from your general store bag of holding it are you tossing out?
God, now I have to think about what's in the general store bag of holding.
I'm just
ladders. Take all the ladders out. Ladders gone. I don't need ladders right now.
So you're throwing out all your ladders.
All the ladders, all 2 of them.
Okay. So you throw out all your ladders. You throw out a bunch of other random assortment items. And they're just piled up in a corner at this point.
Yeah, we'll come back for the shit later.
As you stack them all up. The movement, you don't see any more movement in the area whatsoever, and the rest of your short rest goes by uneventfully. So you can spend your hit dice.
Yes. Also, can you add that stuff to the bag of general store?
You can edit it.
The exact quantities.
Why do you hate me? So I will expend Glad's hit dice since he hasn't used any yet. Let's see what we can get him up to. So, Glad.
Let me know when I can roll hit dice, by the way.
You can start rolling now. It's fine.
All right, I got 8.
1, 2. I rolled an 8, a 4, and a 3.
A lot of low hit dice rolls there, kids.
Ooh, 9.
Glad can still use some more.
I'm just gonna pretty much deck out.
Glad needs another one. This is his 5th.
Right, this will be good enough.
And his last one, which is his fighter. This will be his 6th. 7. That puts Glad to full.
Awesome.
As he uses all of his hit dice. Okay. So, you have rested for roughly an hour while handling these creatures. What do you do? During that time, Magnus, you don't see your unseen servant pick up the lantern, but you do at one point, probably about 10 minutes before the rest is done, you hear him vanish. The time has run out.
All right. Good things never last.
Nope. Okay. What do? You have 2 pathways to go. Are we still burrowing through the wall, or are we continuing down the hallway?
When Luke is done, Magnus walks over to him and says,
Luke, now that your ritual's complete, do you see anything?
Oh, as I look around the room,
You do not. There's an innate magical aura around it, encompassing the entire room, but you do not see anything specific on the swords. You probably would have seen it on. You would assume you would have seen it on the swords and the shields and the armor, but they're obviously in the bag, which unless you pull one out, you're not going to find it out.
Okay. No.
Okay. Well, I think we should each take one of these.
and Magnus starts pulls his rucksack off and starts digging through it, and he starts pulling out wreaths of garlic. So I do have actually 5 wreaths of garlic, and I don't know that they do any good against the Alp or not, but regardless, I'm gonna give a wreath to everyone.
Okay.
Be
You should wear this around your neck while we're here. Just
Excellent.
in case.
Oh, thanks.
Don't scoff at my protection plan. You know damn well many vampires have an aversion to garlic.
Yeah, but who knows if elves actually have that?
Who knows if they have an aversion to silver? Regardless, never safe, better safe than sorry.
Sure, that's a good answer there. So let's go through this hole over there as I start leading the charge, because nobody stop me.
Okay. Does everybody follow?
Yeah, I'll follow behind.
Okay. So it's gonna be Luke first. Well, it'll be Harold, Luke, then who?
I still have Bones, right? Or did he die? I don't think he died, right?
He's still alive. He was ignored the entire time he was inside
And did
that
0
room.
damage.
No, he did one. He did damage one time. But yeah, you Harold that entire fight. was never targeted by the creatures, almost as if he didn't see them, or they didn't see him.
So I'd Bones next.
Okay, so it'll be him. So, Luke, when you make space, is Harold walk down the staircase in front of you, or do you have him go down the hallway below you, towards the iron door?
Screw the iron door. It's going down the staircase.
All right.
I'm making an executive decision.
So you follow him down the staircase as Bones moves forward next, followed by you, Magnus, I would presume.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then Harold walks down further.
I'm going to stay right here right now.
So
I see the same aura in this room.
Hold on. So, Elle, it's you and Glod kind of looks at you and goes, "Ladies first."
All right.
So you like crawl through. It's still a tight squeeze even after Harold dug through it a bit more. It's difficult, but nothing gets in your way as you make it through. Followed by Glod. So yeah, Luke, as you get up here, Glod's waiting to he's in the tunnel at the moment. You look out in the area around you. You see on the right side of this room, you see 5 or 6 red curtains that are drawn and tattered. Yes, where you just pinged. Below you see a couple broken pews on these rugs, and these rugs themselves are glowing. Actually on your left, down below on the floor, and to your right, so the southern part of the map, you see 2 unlit braziers.
So 2 unlit braziers, magic tarps against the wall.
They're not magical, you just see them.
They don't have like an aura? That's what I thought you were
No. Sorry, I was trying to describe the room. The only thing that you see that has kind of a magical aura is the rugs themselves.
Oh yeah, the rugs. Okay, cool. So they were magic rugs.
Yes.
So if these rugs here, I bet you they're magical and will take you on a carpet ride somewhere. Probably to your doom. You know how this is. Hey, Glad, you want to go step out on those carpets real quick?
Can I roll to see if I know anything about magical carpets?
Sure. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
I do have Artificer's lore. When you make an intelligence history check related to magic items, alchemical objects, or technological devices, you can add twice your proficiency bonus. Can I apply that here?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay.
Because you're trying to determine on magical. You're trying to determine on flying carpets.
Arcana, and we'll add an additional 3 to it for double proficiency.
Yep.
Oh yeah, 29.
So you are considered one of the experts in flying carpets themselves. These look similar to a flying carpet, but there are some strange oddities that don't really add up. But you're not entirely quite sure as to why. But in your experience, these wouldn't be considered magic carpets in terms of being able to use them like flying and such.
What is it that I see about them that gives that away to me?
I think it would be the design of how they are. So actually, I mean, I don't really know exactly how to describe it without giving too much away about something you don't know. But the way they look, the way they're designed, their patterns.
I know enough about magic carpets that you don't have to tell me what I don't know. You should tell me what I do know. You know what I mean? So what about these looks like they're not magic carpets?
So I would say a couple things you see is magic carpets in general will have, they're inscribed with runes. The runes themselves on these ones are different. I don't know if necessarily they're changed in that way. The pattern themselves, even though the way, because you're not close enough to really be and inspect perfectly, but from a distance, from what you can see, the runes themselves aren't. They don't match up.
They're not what I recognize.
No.
Okay.
And all magic carpets in general usually have the same runes to give the grip to flying.
So Magnus will be like,
It's hard to tell from this far away, but these do not seem like ordinary magic carpets. The runes, I don't recognize the cipher and the symbols. I'd have to get closer to inspect them, but magic carpets are already very dangerous, and this is something different that I don't recognize. We should tread carefully.
Maybe. That's a great idea. Let's just burn it from here. So I pull out my Molotov out of my bag.
Magnus is like, you took the words out of my mouth. I think a little fire never could hurt in this situation. Is there anything else flammable in the room that seems like it's going to catch on fire? If
No,
we do
it is a marble. I mean, you would think the red curtains on the other side possibly. Other than that, it's stone iron braziers.
What about
there's a suit of armor.
oxygen levels? I mean, the braziers make me think it's safe to light a fire in here, but you know, in like a cave where air is tight, it's never necessarily a good idea to fill it with smoke. Is there vents in the roof or the ceiling or anything like that?
Yeah, since you mentioned it, I was gonna like have you make a check, but yeah, since you said it yourself, yeah, you see little like areas where air can flow freely.
Okay, so Magnus will mention that as well. Be like,
The ceiling is vented for the smoke from the braziers. It should be fine.
Throw it out of my hand onto the center of the thing without consulting anybody.
Do your worst, Luke.
Okay, let's go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh god, I'm gonna get destroyed because I'm the one in the front.
Glad's still in the tunnel right now.
I'd like to throw it here because it's got a radius, Aaron.
It does have a
Ooh.
radius of 5
I want to
feet.
make sure both things burn.
I need you to give me. You'll get your roll, and then basically you'll get your throw, and then we're gonna like basically the initiative happens at that point.
Alright, so I'll roll initiative and then take my turn. Then we'll start, right?
Yeah. So go and just make a range. Just roll a dexterity. For your just roll straight dexterity for the Molotov. A 7. Okay, roll me a d8.
One.
Okay, so it ends up going a little bit farther to the north and hits just the one rug and not both. Because it hits the one right
Alright.
above, is what happens. So go and roll a 2d6 for your fire damage. And then I need to actually start pulling out my monsters. Apparently, I forgot to pull them.
Aha! Oh, take it. Some decent damage.
Alright, we gotta switch up the music.
I think Magnus sees your Molotov miss and is like,
By the gods, Luke, you should have waited. We could have coordinated. I could have shot a firebolt and ensured they both caught on fire.
No, nah, this is more fun.
actually, I don't have firebolt, so it doesn't matter.
So a 17. Yeah, so you throw, it hits the one rug, and you watch as it like curls up and floats in the air and like turns and faces and looks at the group. The other one, same thing, it moves up. It doesn't make any sound or noise other than like the flapping of the cloth in the air. As I have to...
Oh shit, these are evil.
So you rolled for Glod, Luke, or no?
Did I roll for Glad?
It has him on there, but I think it's just maybe you had them both highlighted on accident. So I will roll for him. But you will use him in combat because it's too
I
much
didn't roll
repeat.
Glad.
Oh, I show a Glod right there with 22, the same as yours. I think it's bugged.
Maybe
It's fine.
Glad rolled. Rocksmacker is in game.
Yeah, he's here.
Oh, he's here? Oh, dang, okay. Well then, before we start the combat, give me a second to get him added to the cameras, and then we will continue with the fight. So we'll be back in like 1 minute.
Hang tight, everybody.
Yep, be right back. Boop. Boop.
I totally fucking knew this magic
I
card.
haven't muted yet. All right, guys. Thank you for waiting. We're back. Everybody's here. Yeti, welcome. As we start the fight. So, L, top of the order. You are trapped behind Magnus, Bones, Luke, and Harold. What do you do?
Can I see anything like over them / through them?
I mean, it's also down below, so you might see like little like threads on the corner of the creature, but that's about all you can really see and make out.
Can I still try and shoot at it anyway?
It would be at disadvantage. It has cover against you, 3/4 cover. If you roll a 1, you hit Magnus. No, we'll roll a D3. We'll roll a D3 to see who you hit.
Okay.
Hit me if I'm in the front.
So we should roll a D4, and if it's a 4, she hits my hat, which will upset me greatly.
I'm okay with this.
I do that first?
So you make an attack. If you roll a 1, yeah, you roll an attack, and if you roll a 1, you hit one of them. Otherwise, if you don't hit its AC, you miss.
No, someone's gonna take a crit. Don't take a crit fail.
So I do the attack first and not the D4 first.
Correct.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
A 20 with the cover that it has, which I will actually reveal these guys now so you can see them.
I don't like this.
You hit. As you deal, you do not get your sneak attack, so you deal 5 damage to the creature. Okay. It is now Glaud's turn. Glaud, you're inside a tunnel. All you see is Elt's butt.
So I'm gonna walk out of this tunnel.
You can't. Elle is
I
blocking.
can't?
Unless Elle wanted to move on her turn. That she could do. You could step
Did
to the
I?
side so that Glaud could.
Not move.
Oh. Well then, yeah.
Alright, so now Glaud, yeah, you can step out, which I will move you since your guys are in the wall, which is my dynamic lighting. As you now step out here, same thing. Magnus, everybody else, you see like a little, like the corner of this rug.
So
Is this rug on fire?
No, it is not.
It must be magically.
see, I'm pulling out my bow and releasing an arrow at this rug thing.
Okay.
Jazzy do the same. You know, I haven't really been able to see it do much, but I figure if they're shooting it, I might as well.
Yeah, 23 hits with no problem as you it pierces through it. Okay, it doesn't have okay. Yep. Pierces through it and causes a bunch of threads to split apart and some of the seams start to come apart.
So why are we attacking a rug exactly, guys?
It's magical and mean.
Do you not see it moving?
I mean, I've seen a lot of things move, but... And that's my turn.
Luke, you are up.
Luke jumps off this ledge off to the side.
Okay. It's only a
Look up
5-foot
the
drop,
cover.
so you're more than easy enough to do without any kind of roll. You said you're looking for
Oh,
cover?
shoot, yeah, hold on, I gotta roll this. Weird. Now that I remember. Boop. Alright, that's my my pet, my brown sky.
Okay,
Does it get its own turn and blah blah.
it does.
So I'm gonna hop corner, take out the rifle, aim it, make some sort of cheesy one-liner to myself while cackling as I let it rip.
22.
Blowing a huge chunk
Yeah.
of distance and little smoldering bits of
A
my
22
Magnus
hits.
breath.
Yeah, and it blasts through. You just see like a quarter of this thing. It's just disappeared and obliterated. The edges of it are slightly charred and melted back together. As you deal
Oh
17
yeah,
damage to it.
baby. As I can't sanctuary on myself.
Okay.
I do actually have a spell slot. I have only one left. I still have two. Yeah. So cast
Okay.
Sanctuary myself as well.
Okay, cast Sanctuary on yourself.
Mhm.
Okay. So, the rug is going to move forward towards you. As it like kind of like stands up a little bit, so you see it rise up, Glod Magnus, in front of you as it stands about 5 feet tall from where you're looking, even at that, with the other 5 feet below the staircase. As it goes for you, Luke, it needs to make a Wisdom saving throw, correct? And what is your spell save?
14 is my spell save.
14. All right, this is gonna be a tough one. See if it decides to attack you or not. It
Nope,
doesn't. It does
screw
not.
you.
It looks. Yeah, and then it goes and turns to Harold, and it starts to wrap around it.
Oh no, Harold.
A 22.
What kind of damage are we talking here?
So Harold is considered grapple, and he takes 10 bludgeoning damage.
Takes 0 bludgeoning
takes
damage.
you are
He's immune to damage.
He is, but he is grappled. And while he is this, he is blind. Since he doesn't breathe, he can't suffocate.
Awesome.
But he is restrained, so he has disadvantage on all attacks and can't move.
Bye bye.
So that way, yeah, that one moves that way. This one is going to move forward. What can it do?
It can't really attack something that's already being grappled completely, right?
Technically, you can also try to smother it too, but you are correct.
Cool. It should be attacking the other rug pretty much.
Oh, okay. So the this rug is going to. All right, it's going to try to smother it also. I clicked it.
Missing?
Yes, a 12 misses.
Unless you say because it's...
Because you're restrained, he does have advantage, actually. So it is also grappled, and Harold is now being restrained by both these rugs at the moment.
Okay.
As its turn ends, it is now...
Does that mean one rug is being restrained by the other rug as well?
No, one rug has like the butt of Harold, and the other one has its face.
I forget that Harold is caterpillar shaped.
He is caterpillar shaped.
Mm-hmm.
As it is now Harold's turn.
Oh gosh, guess what Harold got back on his turn, Aaron? Or during that rest.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if he wants to use that. And he's also not in contact with the ground, so he can't use that. Never mind. I guess he'll just do
Yeah,
a
he is.
standard bite attack.
There'd be parts of me. This would be considered. The rugs would be considered the ground in that case, but you can make a bite attack. It is a disadvantage.
That's fine.
As he tries to open his mouth and it just gets crushed further.
Attempted to get crushed.
Yeah, yes. As Harold's turn ends, Magnus, before you go, from behind the curtains, the shamble. You start to hear the clanking of bones as a skeleton emerges from each and every one of them.
Oh, great.
Of course.
Oh, I draw a shape. I want to. Oh, they've updated hotkeys apparently. They're yelling at me.
I know. God, I'm so mad they just changed the hotkeys on Roll20.
Right clicking. I don't like this. Oh god, I can't even get rid of it.
You have to use one of the new hotkeys and the message goes away.
Gotcha. Skeleton can move 30 feet. So yeah, he moves forward to right here. This skeleton moves up. God, it was so much better with the other way.
I know. I don't know why they changed it. It's really not better.
It's horrible. So they all start to group up around. And you see the one next to Harold, like starting to get ready to climb up onto the staircase. And this one, Luke, comes up and around the rug, and it is going to try to make an attack against you, which will make it save attempt. It fails, as it's then it just kind of stands there. As their turn ends, it is now your turn, Magnus.
Stupid zombies. I think this is a perfect time to cast Blink on myself. So Magnus starts like waving his hands in like these big, wide, circular, somatic motions, and like chanting quietly to himself with his eyes closed as he casts Blink. So at the end of my turn, I can roll a d20. On an 11 or higher, I vanish from my current plane of existence and appear in the ethereal plane.
Okay.
And then next turn, I get to pop back in a distance within 10 feet of the space I vanished from.
Perfect.
Does your skeleton get its own turn?
It uses my turn as well. And then, yeah, so I'm going to have Bones. Man, I'm going to have him... I kind of want him to, like, tackle this rug. Like, run and jump off the end of the stairs into a tackle, but he'll probably take some damage from that, so...
It's only a 5-foot drop, so not necessarily. He may just fail and end up on the other side.
Yeah. I just think I'm just going to order him to attack it, but I think he's too stupid to understand, so he just walks off the end of the stairs with his sword and, like, swings at it as he, like, falls forward, if that's all right.
Yeah, and then he'll tumble over to the other side of it.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and just move him over here for now.
That's fine.
That's all right.
Yep.
And hold on real quick. I got to get his sheet. There we go. Short sword.
23 hits.
Finally.
As this is Bones, right? Or is this Rudyard?
This is Bones. Rudyard's been dead.
Yeah, as Bones, as he falls, he's slicing through the entire rug as it then splits it in half and it collapses, releasing Harold.
Nice. And Bones like tumbles in a pile on the other side.
I lied. It rips through most of it. Harold suffers 3 points of damage as the damage is transferred over from the rug.
That makes sense.
To Harold.
Oh, what kind of damage?
It takes half the damage. So half damage again.
Adamantium? Or what?
No, in case it's not adamantite sword on Bones, but whatever damage is magically transferred.
So it's a magical transfer.
Yeah, because it's not like there's no way Harold takes piercing damage as it's being cut through. It's the actual damage it takes. So you take 3.
This is an effect of the rug.
Of the
right?
rug, yeah. Yes, exactly what it is.
Oh, the rug's transferring damage into it.
Correct. Yeah, it's not Bones that's doing it. It's the rug. So the rug does not go down.
It's like displacing its damage, that little shit. All right, so Magnus is going to run up to the end of the walkway and hope that his blink works. Round. Can you reset the round counter for me, DM? Because it does help me
yes,
keep count with my blinks.
So it's round 1, though. Oh, man. I can't.
You can type in !TM reset and then space 1. TM space
reset.
!TM space reset space 1. Should do it.
There you go.
Sweet, thank you.
Yep.
And I rolled a 6, so I do not blink out. Shit.
So you moved right to there, and your turn ends. But it's a while before they get to go, as it's now your turn, El. Glot is in your way. But you can freely pass through him, in this case. There's nothing else blocking your path here.
So I can go here, no problem.
So it's 5 to go to where Glod's space, and then 10 to get to where you're at right there. Because you can't go diagonal in that spot.
Right, yeah.
But yes, you can.
Well, I suppose I can go here.
Okay.
And then the higher one's the one that I shot before?
Yes, correct. It's looking withered. Most of its threads are coming apart at this point.
Okay. Then I'll shoot it again. I suppose. Maybe.
A 19 hits.
That does a lot of damage.
Yeah, as there is now allies near it, you get your sneak attack as you deal 22 damage to the rug. And yeah, as it pierces through, it just withers and just collapses to the ground.
What's the first?
Can it
Go ahead.
Can it go through and catch a thread and it just rips through it?
Yes, it can. So yeah, and it hits the wall on the other side, and there's just a long string as it's unraveled,
nice.
pulled through.
Magnus says
Well done, Elf. Seems like he's come undone.
But even though he dies,
No,
Luke,
Harold.
Harold
Damage.
takes 11 points of damage.
So it takes 5.
That's rough.
Right? You said
No.
it takes half damage or full?
He takes half of what the creature takes, which took 22.
Ugh. Too bad the creature can't tell me this directly, Aaron. And I don't know this information.
Sorry. As Ellis, you doing anything else with your turn, or is your turn over?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm done.
Okay. Glad, you are up.
So, which 2 skeletons are enemies right now?
So here, I'll put a marker on. Actually, I'll change the tint of Bones really fast.
Okay.
But Bones is the one to the farthest one away right now.
So he's the far one. Okay.
There you go. There's Bones.
So yeah, seeing the one rug go limp, I'm gonna step, a bit closer, get a better view.
Mm-hmm. So you see one where Harold's at, like climbing up a little bit. One behind it though, I feel like I feel like they all have cover versus you in this case because the wall's blocking your view left and right.
Yeah, makes sense.
So I don't really think you can see anything. You can try passing through if you have enough movement to pass through everybody, and drop down to the right of Magnus.
Even with them having cover, I'll take a shot at the back one.
It's full cover at this point. You have to be able to do anything. You have to come down
Okay.
because they're smaller than the rug, so they're not. You can't see them. They're basically fully blocked.
Yeah, so I'll squeeze past
Okay.
Elle and Magnus.
Squeeze past. Hop down. What do you do? Skeleton to your south literally turns its head as it's like climbing up and looks at you.
I'm gonna toss my bow aside and pull out my short sword.
Okay, so you toss it to the ground, pull out your short sword, and
then just like getting. Oh yeah, this should. So yeah, I am gonna slash twice at the one right in front of me. This one right here.
okay. A 15 hits. Oof. As you deal a ton of damage to this creature. Right, yep. And as you go through this one, you just rip straight through it, and it collapses to the ground.
That ends my turn as I try to fix my mic.
Thank you. I was gonna make mention of that.
I had typed into Roll20 chat.
Perfect. Yeah, it's a little echoey or staticky. Luke, you are up.
Alright, gosh. What would Luke do here?
There's a skeleton to your north. It's like standing there, just like looking at you, just menacing, like thinking about attacking you, but it's not quite sure yet.
I think I would tap Glad and say, about time, as I like walk past him into the room to get an angle on the rest of these.
Mm-hmm.
Attack for opportunity because I'm leaving its zone.
I will make a wisdom save.
disadvantage.
I'll make a wisdom save to see if it can
Or
attack
wisdom, whatever. Please roll low.
you. 11.
Yes!
So it thinks about it and then turns it and looks at Glad.
Then let's follow this step here, and then kind of park it, looking to see if anything's going to pop out of this,
Okay.
or within the next turn.
Okay, so you ready action to shoot anything that comes down or through any of those curtains.
Yes, if it comes out of the curtain specifically.
Okay. So you sit there and wait that as it's now the rogue's turn that's on Harold. It feeling that it couldn't crush Harold. Is this thing intelligent? No, it's stupid. Okay, so it continues to try to crush Harold. Harold, at the start of your turn, you take 2d6 bludgeoning damage, which you are unaffected by, as it then tries to smother Harold further. A 13 doesn't make it if it hits or not, I guess, technically. Which it does. So, Harold, you take another immunity of 9 bludgeoning damage as its turn ends, as it's just trying to crush him. So, oh, and it does move Harold out, actually. So it's gonna... No, it can't move. Never mind. It stays where it's at, as it is now Harold's
Harold
turn.
would like to try to break free from its grasp by
Okay.
spinning its wheels and just popping out.
I need an athletics roll from Harold, please. Or acrobatics.
What would that be? I don't even think it has that.
Then you just roll strength or dex.
I'll take Dex.
5. So yeah, he
Not
starts
doing it.
backpedaling, but he can't get perched on the wood, and the wood chips are just flying towards the rug. But it's not able to break free.
Can it move with the rug on it or no?
No, its movement is 0. It's considered grappled and restrained. So that's Harold's turn.
Yeah.
As it's now the skeleton's turn. So the one, I'm gonna move this one out of the way. Better spot. No, I'll just GM later. Boom. So the one skeleton that is next to you, Glod, the one that you behind the one you killed, turns and takes a sword and swings at you, as the one that was by Luke takes a step forward and attacks you also. A 21 and an 8. Did I roll? Okay, I just rolled really, really well, apparently.
Oh.
As Glod, from 2 skeletons, you take 21 piercing damage.
This is why Glod's always hurting. It's not because his character's like not good or anything. It's just because you.
It doesn't seem right. You know why
roll
it's
really
not
well
right?
against him all the time.
It's because it's rolling boneses. Because it should. Glod, you only took 11 damage because they don't have any bonus to strength. No, yeah.
Are you using the same skeleton
I
character sheet as mine?
yeah, I didn't realize it was changed. So Glod, you actually only take
10 damage?
well, actually the 18 probably misses then because it's a +4.
Yeah. Also, if you're giving them the other skeletons the same health, that is not correct either.
No,
I don't know if you rolled.
no, the health was been out for those are default. So
Okay.
those are different.
Well, I changed the default on the skeleton.
That's not
character
saved.
sheet.
That's not saved.
Okay.
They're saved as a non, so they should have their token as their token.
Cool.
So Glad, you actually are only hit once, and you take 6 piercing damage only from that 21 that originally was going to be. Okay.
That's good, that's good.
This one comes around. I guess technically you're the only one in the area it can reach. So it goes. Oh, it goes to Rudyard or Bones, and it will attack Bones. So I minus a 1 off of this roll, so an 11, which misses as it makes a swing. And this one comes around also to Bones, and it misses also. So Skeleton's turn ends as it is now your turn, Magnus.
All right. Let's see what we got going on here. Which skeleton is mine? Okay. So the one rug is still looking in good condition, huh?
Yes, the rug has not been touched.
Okay, let's start with Boneyard over there. He's going to attack the skeleton just to the south of him.
Okay.
And he, like, Magnus is going to yell, like,
Don't use the short sword. Use the mace, you idiot.
he, like fumbles for the mace hanging from his, like, withered old belt that he was buried in, and swings at the skeleton just to the south
A
of him.
13 does hit, as it takes 18 bludgeoning. Which one are you hitting? One to
The
your
one
right or
just directly south of him.
south. Okay. Yeah, and it hits, and it just crushes into its rib and uppercuts through its skull and busts its skull open. It falls to the ground and dies.
Magnus is like, that's better, and then he like starts conjuring a spell towards the rug there.
Okay.
And he is going to cast. Man, I wish I had more fire spells. I guess I could chromatic orb. Yeah, does that have fire?
Could also try with
I think
that.
so.
Yeah. Okay. So Magnus conjures is like
Chromatic orb.
bring me fire, and he like shoots a bubble of fire out of his palms like towards
Okay.
the rug.
A 20 hits.
Sick.
Destroying Harold in the process.
14 fire damage. Harold, you take 7, as the rug takes 7. Yeah, and
Brutal.
like where the edges of the rug are like singed and burned, but it's not on fire.
God, Blink is so frustrating because it has literally never worked for me a single time
No,
since I've had it.
it
I
has.
just want it to work so bad.
It did. When you the first time you used it, it actually worked a couple times. That was versus the Gigi, the little
Oh
worm
yeah,
things.
that's right. I thought it didn't work there most of the time as well, if I remember correctly, though.
I cannot verify.
All right, that's my turn.
L, you are up. Where you're standing, L, you can see the skeleton down below, and you can see the rug. The rug itself would have half cover from you, though.
Which one is Bones?
The one with the red tint. The red one.
And the rest of them are enemies.
Correct.
So, 10 movement to get here? Yeah.
Yes, yeah, you go through where and then you drop down.
Cool.
So what does it look? So are you pulling out your sword at this point, or what are you doing?
Yes.
All right, so
I'm gonna pull
what does
out
it
my
look like?
beautiful opal-y sword
Okay.
and swing at them.
Okay. 13 hits. Yeah, as you pull your sword down, and you just you turn it from its sharp end to its flat end and just slam down on it. As you deal, Glad is in range, so you deal your sneak attack, dealing plus your force damage. So you deal 26 damage to it as it just shatters and splits into pieces of bone in every different direction. You still have some movement left? If there's anything else you wish to do.
Would I have to step around him to get here? I guess either way I'd have movement for it, so.
So you step over the bones, hear a crunch as you step there, and then were you just ready yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, so you sit there ready for whatever's coming for you. As Glad, you are up.
So, the one I was just gonna attack just got wrecked.
Mm-hmm.
So turning my attention to the one next to the one I killed.
Okay.
2 more pokes, hopefully. The sword might get stuck in their ribs. We'll see.
Man, you guys are just rolling so well right now. I don't like this. So yeah, you get ready to swing at the one, and you watch it just get obliterated by an opalescent greatsword. So you turn to hit the other one, you swing, you lop its head off at its spinal cord, and then you stick the sword through its ribcage and just pull up, and you just watch the ribcage just pop each one after another as it then falls to the ground. The head rolls.
See, Magnus, short swords work just fine.
Yeah, if you're not an idiot.
And then I look at Bones
God. Alright. I suppose what Luke wants to do is use his curiosity to step down here with his rifle, push the drape aside.
Okay.
See what's behind it?
You see a tiny little cube.
I feel so disappointed right now.
And you open it up, you peek inside, and it's got a little bench in there. Maybe you're not really entirely sure exactly what it was used for. It's a little wooden bench and the red cloth.
Oh, is it a confession booth?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
But Luke feels confident that this is probably what it looks like the entire way down.
Okay.
So Luke's gonna turn around, knowing he's in range, stepping out of it, taking a tap of opportunity, possibly.
You do. All right, wisdom. Hold on. You don't.
I know. Awesome. And then is going to blast this thing away.
And it's not that. It's not that it didn't want to. It's just it didn't notice you.
I'll take that. Blasting it away. Ruthless efficient.
So yeah, Luke shoots.
Blaze of glory.
Yeah, thunder blasts through it. It is still alive. As one of its arms missing, it's one of the lower half from its knee down is on one, so it's kind of hunched over sideways, but it's still swinging at Bones. As Luke,
Don't hurt my bones.
And
So it is now it'll be the Rug's turn. I just didn't realize that I
Hold on, I gotta move.
put it on the
Let me go
GM
back
layer
here.
for its initiative. Let me add this Rug's turn. It's easier.
Boom. The rug.
Oh, did I just delete someone else on accident because you just clicked at the same time? I don't think so.
Oh,
Right. So it's on Harold. Same thing. It's still going to try to crush Harold. I'm not going to make any rolls. There's no point. Harold stays restrained, but he's not being crushed by it. Your Harold's just being damaged more by the transfer of damage than anything else. You probably hear it's like gears grinding at this point. Like you can hear it squeaking, and you can. It sounds like something's wrong. To all of you in the area, as it is now Harold's turn.
That doesn't sound like that's supposed to happen.
What did you do?
No, it sounds like some sort of magic. And that's about all I can say about that. I was doing the tuck and yeah, you know. Anyway, he's gonna try to get free.
Okay.
Again, he's not happy there.
A 14.
14.
Yes, Harold escapes and breaks free.
Pops out, just boop, onto the thing.
Okay.
Then running through.
As he runs, it tries to grab him back again. It rolls a 1. And it goes to grab, and one of its because of the fire, it just like breaks off on one of its weaker points now.
So it's just gonna move out of the way of Harold.
Okay.
Or Harold's just gonna move the way out, going through past Magnus, looking for safety.
Mm-hmm. All right. It is now the skeleton's turn. Skeleton, concentrating strictly on bones, attacks. A 21 for 5 damage.
That's Bones' real first damage, though, right?
Yes, he hasn't taken. He hasn't been hit. No. And that is its turn.
Bones, pay him back.
Magnus yells, and Bones swings at him with his mace.
A 10 does not hit.
Boo. And Magnus is going to shoot a ray of frost, like with his wand, like the other direction, like to the right, down at the rug.
Okay.
As he shouts in Gnomish, "Ray of frost!" And it misses.
It does, yeah. It just hits back. It like moves out of the way and it hits the wall in the back.
Quick ass rug. Okay, and then roll for my blink real fast. This is round 3. Finally.
All right, so yeah, Magnus, he vanishes from sight.
All right. I'm just gonna give myself a little aura there to show you that I'm
perfect. Good way to remind.
invisible.
Okay.
And before I blink out, can I jump? I mean, I just want to move like right up to the rug and then blink. I guess I should have done that before.
That's fine. It's no big deal. I'm okay with that.
Okay, cool. And yeah, that'll be my turn.
All right, as you vanish, Elle, it is your turn.
Yeah, so in a little poof, Magnus is just like gone from everyone's vision, by the way.
There is a skeleton fighting
Knock over.
Bones.
Yeah. The one beside Bones.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna swing at him too. Hopefully make him like his
A
friend.
12. You do not. As he lives. You swing and you lop and you hit into it, but none of the bones break. It just stands sturdy. So it's still holding on with missing half a leg and missing one arm. You couldn't take it out. You do anything else with your turn, or is that it?
I'm gonna step around him.
Okay. Click that end of turn. Boom. Glad.
So, seeing as pretty much all the skeletons are taken care of, I'm gonna step up to this rug.
Okay.
Because Glad's a foolishly brave man.
I like it.
What a great way to describe
And
it.
I'm gonna start slashing at it with my short sword.
All right.
Hell yeah.
A 9. Yeah, so you swing once. and it misses it. It glides out of the way. But you were expecting that, so you turn and then you slice downwards through it, dealing 10 damage to it.
And since I'm now a fighter as well, I'm going to pop my second wind
Okay.
for 2 more attacks.
Hell
Action
yeah,
surge,
I
you mean.
forgot you took a level
Action
1 fighter.
surge. Second wind. Is action surge level 2 or level 1?
It's level 1, right? Is that the first thing you get? Or
I
no?
thought that was second
Shit,
wind.
wrong one. I was thinking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, second wind's the healing one.
Yeah, I
My
don't know.
bad.
I don't know if you get action surge at level 1.
Yeah, I don't
No, it's
think.
level 2.
Okay, so you do not get your attacks, but you could heal yourself if you wish from the 6 damage you have taken.
I'm good.
Okay.
So just ignore that whole second bit.
Yeah, I heard nothing. So, as your turn comes to a close, hit that end of turn button, and let's see what Luke does.
Oh gosh. I think Luke would find that rug that was destroying his creation more
Yeah.
threatening than this thing everyone else has got their attention on.
Okay.
So he's gonna shoot the rug,
Okay.
reloading, squinting through his scope.
Take aim.
Ooh.
As
Finding that perfect shot.
you do. What do you say, Luke, as you take the shot and kill and just like obliterate this rug?
Something cheesy, like a really cliche death howl.
Okay. So yeah, you do that. Yeah, and
Wilhelm scream.
Pretty much.
Yeah. That's a Tool time scream.
Very different.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So yeah, you shoot and it just obliterates it. Just little threads here and there, still there, just slowly falling down. As the last rug is alive, we get to listen to the squeaky wheels of Harold.
I think Harold's gonna move over and move right there and kind of be prepared in case something enters in from the other room behind it.
And Harold moves forward a little bit. You hear a little like, backfire, like as he like it comes to a stop. As it is now Bones' turn.
The skeleton's turn?
Oh, right. It's not Bones'
Yeah.
turn. It's Skeleton's turn. So it
Citizen,
will.
you go on my turn?
Yeah, he does go on your turn. He goes next. So it is the Skeleton's turn. It will attack. I mean, Bones is the one who's done damage to it, so it attacks Bones.
That's alright.
It misses anyways, as it ends its turn, and you just kind of see that little relax. It relaxes its like skeletal jaw. It falls a little bit as it prepares to die. Magnus, you are up.
So I imagine that Bones fighting this other skeleton is like the puppet fight in Team America, where they're just like,
Yeah, basically.
Magnus is okay. I'm gonna have Bones attack first.
Okay.
So Bones takes another swing with his old mace at that skelly.
Yeah. Bones just crushes through. Bones go flying every which way. As the last skeleton falls.
And Magnus is gonna like reappear right behind Bones
Okay.
and be like, "Great job, Bones."
And combat ends. As the rugs, are just torn to shreds, tatters. One strung across, hooked on by an arrow. You see one of these curtains pushed aside that Luke has looked through. As you are sitting there in a nice, now quiet, cold room. What do you do?
Well, that was interesting.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So I'm gonna go, talk to Harold for a bit there. You guys should look through those other rooms to see what's behind those curtains.
Agreed. Bones, go open those curtains.
Yeah, I mean, 5 curtains, 4 skeletons. Even I can do that math.
So I have Bones like go down the row and open
Alright.
each room.
So you open each and every one. He starts at the top, opens it, same thing. Another pew, basically. Or not pew, but confession box. Next one,
Okay.
same thing.
While he's doing this, Magnus is gonna light one of the braziers with his tinderbox as well.
Okay.
Just so the others can really see really well. We can all see what's inside these rooms and stuff.
And as he opens the last one, it on the map it looks like all the rest of them, but you see a hallway leading into a staircase leading downwards. Is what you
Like at the back of the cubicle.
The back of it, yeah. It leads down into darkness once again.
And that was this bottom one, right?
Correct.
Magnus like shouts to the rest of the room like,
This one is an exit. It's not just a booth like the others.
So, quick question, Aaron. Can I cast heal and have it work on the construct, or no? Since it's of a magical healing variety.
Yeah.
yeah, I think Magnus is gonna be like,
Everyone okay? Anyone sustain any wounds?
Or do I have to
There-
repair it?
In terms of, I mean, I would say you can still magically heal it only, unless there's a rule in the artificer class for the 6th level skill. To look it up really fast, because I
just
don't
know if I can
know.
heal a construct. That's all.
That's why we're gonna look it up really fast. Because typically no, because cure wounds and stuff does not affect undead or constructs.
yeah, that seems
Really?
like it would be more like a tinker check, like tinker tools check, like how I use medicine to heal my corpses.
Do you remember what those rulings were? Because I can't remember. I think it was a.
I don't remember what
It
we
was
ruled.
it was a. I think it was a 10 to 15. You healed it for a D4. A 15 to 20, or a 10 to 14 was you healed it for a D4. A 15 to 20 you healed it for a D6, and a 20 plus you healed it for.
Because I know
D8.
for a fact I can repair it on a short or long rest,
Right.
but just like a normal player. But I don't know if I can just be like, here's a magical healing word.
Yeah. No.
Oh yeah, I don't think that would.
It does not, because it doesn't work on constructs. But in this case, you could do like a Tinker's Tools check. Like you can get like.
I do have a Tinker's Tools.
If you roll between a 10 and a 14, you heal it for a D4. Between a 15 and a 19, you roll a D6, or a 20 plus, it's a D8. You can have like one of these to repair, like a quick patch up job. 18, so you can heal it for a D6.
D6. Boom. Yes.
Nice.
So yes, Harold regenerates 6 of it as you repair 6 of it like quickly. It's like literally you're putting duct tape on it basically.
All it needs is
Hit it with
turn
the
off and
wrench.
back on.
You hit it with the wrench, turn it off, back on. Boom. Harold is at least semi better than he was. Slightly less
Turn things
squeaks.
off, turn it back on, fixes everything.
It is quite loud while you do it though. And Harold at this point, if I'm not gonna suppose he does that. Never mind. So yeah, you guys are in the room. You found a pathway leading downwards. This area itself doesn't really, at least where you're in right now, doesn't really give any hints of there was a sarcophagus here at some point. This looks more like what you said, Magnus, with the confession booth. Looks like a preparation room for something.
All right. I think Magnus pokes around to see if there's anything to loot off the skeletons or like in the booths or anything of interest. But if not, then I'm gonna suggest we move on.
I just accidentally closed out.
So are we down?
No, you don't really find anything of real interest in this room. It's just the bones. You have their swords and stuff like that if you want to grab them, but they don't really have anything else of interest.
Nah. Magnus is gonna turn to like L, be like,
El, you good? Glad? Not hurt?
I'm fine, just a bit bruised.
I'm alright as well.
and I turn around and look at Luke, like put my hands on my hips and say,
Shall we move on?
As I turn around, thumbs upping, as I'm like fiddling with switches.
All right, Harold first.
Oh, I guess.
I mean, I don't mind sending Bones out front. If that.
No, it'd be better for Harold can go first, and then I'll send Harold.
All right, on our way then.
Okay, on your way as you travel down. I will put you guys. So you travel down a staircase. It makes one kind of 90-degree turn, eventually coming down and settling into probably another 20 feet or so down, into a large room. It's an almost empty room. You see pillars in each corner. There's a stone slab upon a raised platform in the middle of the room, and there's an object that lays on the platform. And I will move you
there's
guys.
a what that lays on
An
the platform?
object. Unless you get close to it, you can't really tell. from where you're at.
Okay.
I will know where you're at.
Oh, Magnus, I got an idea here. You know, as I reach into my bag, pulling out my spyglass,
Where's Goliath?
snobbingly like going,
There.
take a peek at the object in the center of the room, Aaron.
So you have an idea of what it is?
No, I took out the spyglass so I can get an
Alright,
idea of what it
Yeah.
is.
You spy an open book on top of this like stone slab like altar.
All right, I extend it a little farther to try to see if I can zoom in and enhance.
You enhance it, and it's definitely a book.
I can't read the text from across the room.
No, it's laid. It's not laid like upwards. It's laid like flat.
Is it like open with like?
Yeah, exactly. It's open on a table like this.
What do you see, Luke? What is it?
Oh, it's a book, you know.
Yes.
As I like hand the spyglass over to him.
Magnus like peers at it for a minute, and is like,
Well, I would love to know what book it is and what it says inside, but stepping up to that altar does not seem like a good idea.
Did our last encounter take over 10 minutes, sir? You said.
What's that?
Has our encounter been over 10 minutes? So, like, have I lost magical vision?
No. Yeah, you probably still have roughly 4 minutes or so left. I would say.
Okay.
The
Is
fight
it a
plus
magical
travel.
book when I was looking at it?
You do detect a magical aura emanating from the book.
Oh, that seems magical, you know.
Detect magic gives you the type
Would
of
be valuable.
right.
I'm always looking for more incantations to add to my tome.
and Magnus like picks his own book that's like hanging off a little chain on his belt.
So you do learn that you learn at School of Magic, so you do detect it as like necromantic.
Me? I would know this, or
Yeah,
he would know this?
detect magic gives you gives you
Field?
you know what the School of Magic is from, which is
Oh.
necromancy.
Oh, that's definitely a book you'd want. I think it's actually going to be necromantic, you know.
Really?
Magnus,
Oh yes.
Magnus is like one kind of bulgy eye like pops out of his head even further, and he starts like scratching his beard, obviously not hearing any words you said after that. Like Magnus is lost in thought, looking at it and like scratching his beard.
Hell,
Yeah.
go over there and nick that book there for us.
Wouldn't it be better for one of the companions to do it?
No. You see, you're the stealthy one, you know. You're the kind of workhorse here. You're definitely the go-to one. And so should anything go wrong, you know, I trust you, you know, more than any of us, you know.
Can I like step up to not like completely to it, but enough to see if there are like any traps that are visible?
You want to look for traps as you kind of walk up it, and you're doing it stealthy like.
Yeah.
Like, roll me a stealth check. Alright, yeah, as you like kind of peek, you know, like squeeze through Bones and Harold, you kind of like look around, you know, cautiously as you take your first couple steps in. You make it to the staircase, the little on top of the slab, walking up closer, looking around for traps. Go and give me a perception check.
Oh no.
You do not detect any traps.
Great. Looks like I think it's probably clear. It's great.
Clear.
Book.
So yeah, you walk forward up to the book, and like you kind of like we see you like kind of like slowly up, and then you like lift yourself up, so we see like your eyes come over the stone slab and book itself, and like and then peer down and look at it. You see a blood-stained book of red and brown. It's laid open on the altar. The page is open to its blank.
Open what?
It's blank.
Ah.
Blank page.
Can you read the writing?
Magnus calls across the room.
There appears to be no writing on this page.
Magnus like keeps
So is it a
track.
picture book then?
There's nothing. It's just a page.
L, just close the book and you know, bring it, you know.
Told you guys books are stupid.
You're stupid.
Dear Claude. L, if you don't see any traps, we can always send Bones here to pick it up.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so
Magnus like turns to Bones, who's still standing there, and is like,
Well, what the hell are you waiting for?
kind of looks at you, looks at it, starts walking over. So yeah, it walks up to you, like, he just casually looks at you, El, reaches down and grabs the book, and that's when the boulder falls on you. No. No, so it picks it up and it turns around, starts walking back to you, Magnus. When it gets back to you, you see it. Same thing. It's blood stained, red and brown cover to it, and it's a blank page.
Flip the page, Bones.
Flips it
Back towards the beginning. The other way, you idiot.
So it's going the other way. After that, every single page is blank.
Now that I get,
I look back to Luke and like scratch my beard, like, what do you think?
you know, do I get a feeling this book is alive in some way? It's a living entity.
I don't know how you would pick that up.
Like,
you're able to detect magic.
Is it bound in human flesh? Feel like it.
Why don't you
got
give
this
me
like live energy?
since you're just
where I can
looking
feel
at
the
it?
book.
Why don't you just give me a
Is this artificer stuff?
No, it's not artificer. Give me a religion check.
I mean, yeah, could I do that as well?
Yeah, that's fine. You can both do.
Religion?
Actually, one of you can have advantage. So
Let
Religion
me do
was-
it then.
I don't have religion.
Let me do it then.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause- So you're gonna.
it's gonna help.
Do I get
you.
advantage? Or you just
You
want me
can
to do
have,
it normal?
you have advantage on it.
Ooh, yeah.
27. Yeah, you kind of inspect the book as Bones is holding on to it. It is definitely made of some type of like tanned flesh, human, most likely, but it's not. You aren't able to completely for sure say because some things look similar to it.
And it doesn't seem alive, just bound in flesh. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, there's no detection of like there's no eyeball on it. There's no there's no face or anything on the book itself.
Okay. So
Okay.
Magnus is gonna like still like kind of lost in thought, scratching his beard with his eye bulging out, like poring over this book as Bones holds it out. I'm gonna be like, Magnus says,
I don't know why, Luke, but I'm strangely compelled to write something in it.
and I start like fishing
No,
through my pack for
no,
a,
no,
a
Try
quill.
bleeding on it. See the other blood? Try that.
close the book with my hands. Touch the book. Close the book.
You touch the book and close it.
Yes.
Right. So as soon as you touch the book, you feel a
Ooh.
slight pain in your palm. You take 1 point of necrotic damage.
Ooh.
As you see him closing it, Magnus, you start to see writing form on the page that was open as then the book closes.
Magnus is like,
Wait, what just happened?
do you like wince?
No. Did I win?
I would say you
I'm
probably
asking
went.
you.
It's like you're getting pricked with a needle.
I don't think that anything good can come of this book. I think we should just destroy it right and be done with it.
No, wait, Bones, open it back up to that page. Flip through.
No, don't do it,
So
Bones.
Bone starts flipping through. He doesn't listen to you, Luke. Starts flipping it open, and it says in the text, it's starting to fade away already. It says, thank you for the taste.
Ah! Can I read this too?
Actually, Luke, you're the only person who can read it, as it's in Elvish.
What does it say?
Oh no! Oh! Get my gun. I want to shoot this thing.
Luke, stop. What does it say?
No, this book is evil. I told you, it's gotta go. It's gonna go now. No questions asked.
No, it could prove useful. Luke, tell us what it said.
And I like turn to L, and I'm like,
Elle, tell him.
It wants to eat your soul.
It did not say that. Does anyone
If
else
I
here
had a
speak-
gold piece for every time I heard that.
Luke, just tell us what it said. I'm sure Magnus could help.
I just, told you what it said. It said, thanks for eating me or feeding me. It's trying to eat my soul. It's evil. We need to destroy it, now.
Wait, the book was speaking to you? This could be a great source of information to us.
No, the writing, it wasn't speaking with words, but letters, what that was on there.
That
Is
make
it
words?
Elvish?
It addressed you directly, Luke, did it not?
Did it feel like it addressed me directly?
It says, thank you for the taste.
Was
And
it?
that's when you look at your hand, you see the little drip of blood like trail down the finger.
So by this point, Magnus has his quill pulled out. And Magnus is like, forget this. And I step forward and I write, trying to not let my skin touch the page, like, who are you, ? With my pen on one of the pages.
So you write that, and it says "Who are you" on there, but nothing happens.
Destroy this book.
What do you do?
Bones, put it in here. And Magnus like holds out his rucksack open.
Okay, so yeah, he sets it in there.
Magnus like wraps it up and is like, "We'll keep it for now until I have more time to study it."
Oh,
Okay.
you're gonna regret that decision, Magnus. You should have destroyed it, and I'm gonna say I told you so.
Well, it pricked Luke, did it not? What if you just cut a little bit of your hand or something and gave it a little bit of blood? It wouldn't hurt you directly, but it spoke to Luke when it took his blood.
I actually have an idea, El. Hold on. Bones, pull the book back out. And I ask Bones to pull it back out.
So Bone reaches in, pulls it out,
And then
so-
Magnus is gonna like pull out, like dump his ink bottle on the floor.
Okay.
And be like, "Does anyone have? Can I use a dagger? Mine is quite poisonous. I don't wish to kill myself."
I'll give him mine.
Okay.
Thank you, El. And like I prick my finger and start like trying to squeeze blood into the ink bottle.
Oh yeah, so you start, squeezing in there. You get, when you think you have enough, you have enough. You'll take just a point of damage from doing it.
Okay. So Magnus is gonna then like, okay, this might work, and like dip his quill into the blood, and again write the question, "Who are you?" in the book, but this time with his own blood.
Okay, so you write it with the blood. And you watch as you like start writing the letter. Before you get to the next letter, it's already the other one's disappearing. And then after you finish, asking the question in Gnomish this time, it responds, "My name is Nam."
In Gnomish?
In Gnomish this time, yes.
Now it's in Gnomish. Its name is Nom? It says its name is Nom.
I like turn to the others.
Ooh. Can you do a history check, Aaron? See if that name pops up in history?
Sure.
Awesome.
It does not.
Oh. I still think this thing's pure evil from the depths of hell, and we destroyed it.
Sure. But yeah,
Let's ask it another question. What should I ask it next?
Ask it how it wants to die.
Luke, please be serious.
I am serious. You need to kill this thing, and you need to, do it now.
We could ask who it belongs to, or belonged to.
But
Ask who it preferred, Magnus or Luke.
well, that's not gonna do much good. Maybe hold on.
And Magnus like dips his quill again and starts writing. And he writes, "How did you get in this book?" Question mark.
I think you get a response of, "It's been so long, I don't remember."
Magnus is gonna like turn and tell everyone like,
he says he doesn't remember how he got in the book. I don't know what else to ask it. One last question for now.
and like Magnus like wets his quill again, and this time with the blood, like probably the last of the blood too, because I didn't squeeze out a whole lot. I write, "Do you know Eleanor?" Question mark. Did we ever learn? We learned her last name, didn't we?
You learned her. Wait, you never learned her last name.
Wait, I know.
You
her
saw
last name. I
someone-
the entirety of the description in Elvish.
You saw someone who looked very similar that you guys were thinking might be her sister or something like that.
Right, but we didn't get. It was a different name, but we got her last name, yeah.
It was Clara Rothanel.
Okay, so I'm just gonna. I think, yeah, Clara Rothanel. I think Magnus is not gonna include the last name. Just gonna write, "Do you know Eleanor?" Question mark in the blood.
You receive a response of just no.
She says she doesn't know Eleanor. I mean, or he.
What about Clara?
Good point. I'm out of blood.
No, don't give
Okay.
it any more.
I
Mag-
offer my hand.
Magnus like takes her dagger and pricks her finger and like holds out the bottle like, quick, squeeze it in here.
Al, you take a point of damage.
Magnus is gonna say, El, since it's your blood, I think you should write it. And I'm gonna hold like my feather out towards you, my quill. You know how to write, yes?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. I take it and I write, do you know Clara?
And his response back is, Clara who?
Mm.
It's is it in common now, by the way?
Yes.
Her name was Rothanel, I believe.
Should I state the question or should I just write Rothanel?
Let's be safe. Rewrite the whole question. I mean, I know blood is scarce, but it's worth
Right.
it. It's worth it for clarity's sake.
So then I write, do you know Clara Rothanel?
And his response, I did.
It did. That's interesting, but it doesn't give us much.
Right.
Ask very generally what happened to Clara. Just say what happened to her. Maybe? I don't know.
It's a good question. So I write, what happened to Clara Rothanel? Should I,
Well, it's you. I get what you're saying. So,
like, is it like a normal conversation? Like, is it gonna remember that I was just talking about Clara?
do
like,
you? I mean, who knows how intelligent this thing is? Write out what you write. There's ways to test that by spending your blood. This is your third question. Also,
You're feeding it. Stop.
this will be the end. This is like the last one you can get with your blood,
all right.
unless you
Then-
obviously expend more.
I'll just write the whole thing. What happened? What happened to Clara Rothanel?
It responds back, "Oh, it's gonna take a lot more than what you just gave to get that answer."
That's a little rude, isn't it?
It actually, when you say that, you see letters for the first time without pain and blood. I don't think so.
So you can hear us, huh?
Nothing happens.
Yeah, that's what I thought, you smug book.
Just a little smiley face.
I don't know if there's much more we can learn right now. I say we bring it back to headquarters and give me time to research its necromantic properties.
As you say that, you see it right out. You'll need me soon.
Well, that certainly is ominous.
I think you enjoy it.
What if it's right? What if we do need it soon and then we've destroyed it?
Or what if it's a trap?
We can't
It
afford-
responds back, "What if I am a trap?"
See, he even knows that it's going on here. And he can understand that, from our from where we are, we should destroy this thing.
Well, I think it's dangerous, Luke, but we can't afford to not find out.
So some things are too dangerous for us. Even the Shadowguard, they're not always the best.
Cameras are messed up. I think they'll come back here in a second. We just lost.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for before I started talking again.
Yeah.
We're all in Glod's camera in us. They all can't really see us still. There we go.
There we go. Yeah.
So Magnus says to Luke,
I know it's risky, Luke, but, I mean, don't underestimate yourself as an agent of the Shadowguard. We're here to deal with these dark forces. It's what I specialize in, after all.
I think this is a big mistake. I just want that to be known,
I'm sure if you put it in a safe place, it will be fine for now.
Magnus turns back to the book and says,
You tell us, book. Why should we not destroy you?
And Magnus, like, also because I'm rock gnome, I do have one tinker object, and Magnus has a fire starter, like a little lighter, and he like lights it in front of the book.
It just responds with, "You need me."
Prove it before I burn you.
And I hold the flame closer.
And it responds with, "Pay me, feed me, and I will."
Well, what do you think? Should we gut Claude and spill it on the book?
Magnus says jokingly.
Oh yeah, I think that's actually a terribly fun idea. Sarcastically remarking while he's eating pudding now, unknowingly where he got it.
Just evaporates out of nowhere. So what do you guys do?
I hope you'll all forgive me for this.
Magnus says, as he like reaches into his like satchel on his like belt and pulls out a potion of healing.
Okay.
And then like I turn and look at Jazzy, or excuse me, at Elle and Luke, and like Magnus like just like runs the dagger like across his wrist and just like squeezes his fist and like lets blood run down on the book.
Okay. You take a D8 of damage.
You want me to roll it?
Yeah.
Did he crit himself, please?
As you take 5 damage as the 5 damage where the blood pools down on it. And it looks at you. You just hear it's again. You don't know the way ahead. As you look around in the room, and you see that the entire area around this is completely closed off. There's no new path. There's no Alp at the end of this. And it says you're looking for her, aren't you?
Magnus is gonna say out loud,
I mean, I thought if I paid you, you were going to tell me something I didn't know, book.
It says, I know the way. Light the braziers, and it'll light the path.
What say you now, Luke? Still think it's a trap?
Obviously, it's a trap, but we wouldn't try to trap us this early. It's gonna be something down the road. We're gonna walk blindly. Just watch, But no, I think this step is a logical choice.
I mean, it's not wrong. We don't know where else to go.
He shrugs.
Okay. What do you do?
Shall we light the braziers?
And they're not in this room. You see none in this room.
okay.
Looks like we're going back.
I already lit one of them.
Only lit the other one.
Well, let's head back.
Okay. Do you carry
Start
this?
turning back.
Do you put it back in your pouch? Do you leave it on the altar? What do you do with it?
Magnus is like,
Bones back in the pouch.
and I hold my rucksack open for the book again.
Yeah, Bones puts it in there.
You make a good book stand, Bones. Come on, let's go.
All right, so you all walk back. You light the brazier, whatever you
Brazier.
say. I mean, there's so many different ways.
Magnus is just a fancy pants. That's why he says it that way.
Yes, it's just not a bra. That's the biggest thing. As you you light it.
A brazier.
As you light it, there's no like runic symbols or anything like that. It's just they're both lit, and as you walk back on the left side of the west side, right where the S is conveniently placed, you see a now open pathway leading down further into these crypts.
Well, the book hasn't lied so far.
To the best of your knowledge, maybe.
Real quick, Dungeon Master, you said the person in the book was named Nom,
Yep.
N-O-M?
N-O-M.
Okay.
Well, shall we move on?
Those Nom flashbacks.
I'm just gonna go with the flow, sitting in the back, reluctantly going anywhere.
You still let Harold take the lead, or what do you do with Harold?
Gosh, Harold's gonna babysit me.
So Harold stays just in front of you or behind you.
If there's something bad, it's probably gonna come from in front of me. So it's gonna be behind me because there's gonna be people in front of me. So it's right behind me.
So okay, so our marching order down into the room is going to be, I assume, Bones, then L, Magnus, Vlad, Luke, and then Harold.
I mean,
Correct.
Glad has a fighter level now. Maybe he should go in front.
I mean, I'm still a better ranger than fighter, but yes, I can.
Yeah, you're probably right. El's got that big sword.
Okay. So you all head down the staircase once again. You walk for what seems like a minute or two down these stairs, going deeper and deeper. It gets colder and colder. The walls go from that white marble to just carved out dirt and rock. You come down to the bottom into an opening, and in front of you sits 6 coffins, 3 on each side of the room, and a small little altar in the front. All the coffins themselves, technically, actually, 5 of them are open with a bones partially out. So just
Bones like skeleton bones or bones like
skeleton bones, like old, ancient, black bones.
all of them have that bones popping.
5 of the 6. The 6th one is closed.
Ooh, I really want to shoot a stake into this thing. How shitty is this wood?
It is fairly decayed. There's holes in the coffins. This is an ancient. At this point, this is from, you probably guess, a couple thousand years ago.
I'm going to go ahead and just shoot my
Wait.
stake at it. My stake gun.
Better idea. And I pull out a bag of oil bottles or flasks. Because I've got 11 on them for pretty much just this situation. Like, let's just burn all of them. Because you all know that coffins are a bad deal. I'd hope so anyways, being the Shadowguard. I figure you're not that incompetent.
Well, normally, Claude, I'm actually very against desecrating a burial site, but since this is a haven for a vampire, I don't think you're wrong.
And just I like the cut of your jib. I couldn't have said it better myself.
The more we use fire, the more it seems to solve our problems.
Because fire affects most things. Why do you think we're called the Red Suns?
Fair point, Claude. Do your worst.
Okay.
Can I have some sort of smoke mask or something? Because this is gonna get bad. I feel.
So
I feel like we should douse the whole room and then walk to the entrance, light it, and then leave for a few minutes.
That was my plan.
all right, so you're trying to douse the entire room in oil.
Or
At least a torch and just.
At least all the coffins, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
With a trail leading to the door.
I've got 11 oil, so.
That's, you roll me a d6 plus 5.
I mean, we've got enough for one on every coffin and then a line going up the middle.
I'm trying to determine how much. I mean, a line up going in the middle, so that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because it covers a 5-foot square, so technically, you cover just you can cover them all and use all 11. Otherwise, you can use 7, and then you'll cover each of the half of the coffins and a trail leading all the way up.
Yeah, I'll use the 7 then.
Okay. You use a 7, you light it, and then you throw a torch, and everything just lights up and starts burning as you all go upstairs, and the smoke billows out for a few minutes until all of the wood and fuel is burnt out. You wait up. Honestly, it's probably gonna take you 10-15 minutes. It's still very smoky.
Yeah.
When you head back down, but it's you put a little mask on, like bandana or something like that, and you're able to at least breathe.
My beard up.
If we have enough time to take a short rest, Magnus would not be against it.
How many rests did we get, Aaron?
You've gotten 2, but the thing you have to realize is the deeper you get in, at least the thought process coming to your head, the deeper you get into this and the longer it takes, the more prepared she probably will be.
Sure, but we're gonna have to wait, like you said, at least probably 15 to 20 minutes for the fire to burn out anyway.
Yeah, but it's an hour for a
Two-thirds
short
right
rest.
there. Is it? Oh, I thought
Yeah,
it was half
it's an hour.
Yeah, it's an hour.
Shoot.
And I'm worried that we might just piss off what's in these coffins, so I'd want to be prepared. I wouldn't want to be camping.
Well, being short on hit points to me is not being prepared.
How short are you? Because
Not super. I mean, not great. I have 33 out of 39.
I mean,
That's acceptable.
I've got the healing spirit spell, so
Okay. I also thought like I could ask the book another question about what's next.
That
spill
you
more
could.
blood, and then heal both. That was my thinking. Like I would spill, 10 more hit points, ask one more big question, and then use hit dice to patch it. But that's just one idea. We don't have to do that by any means. If you guys don't want to rest, we don't have to.
So what do you guys do?
I'll concede to whatever they want to do.
I will concede to whatever Elle wants to do.
Elle, what do you choose, a leader of the small people?
Huh. Little people, first off.
We've already taken rests and we're just like, we're not to the Alp. I feel like we're not like close to the Alp, really. And she just keeps killing people, so I don't really want to waste more time.
So no time wasted too, it appears.
Okay. So you wait roughly about 15 minutes or so. The smoke, is building up through the staircase. You do begin to see smoke building up through the cracks of the through the floor where you're at right now, where the slab was at, where the book was originally found. Magnus, during the time if you want to ask Nom a question, you can. Otherwise, yeah, you all travel back down, bandanas on. It's smoky, but it's not like you're not gonna suffocate.
I would have liked to kept Harold positioned in the room since
Unless Harold was,
smoke would have affected him, in the room, but not in the room, not like in the fire, but like.
Then he went. It literally went up into the hallway to be able to light it. So he couldn't be. There wouldn't be a way for him to be able to even see what's going on.
Well, as long as he knows nothing came out.
Right. So you all walk back down into this now broken and charred remains of these coffins, and these bones that were brittle and black already are now just dust. Where the coffins once sat, you see on the floors below them, you see multiple little circles, spaced about 2-3 inches apart, going the length of all 6 coffins. And that is what you see.
Just like where the coffins were on the floor, there's circles there now?
There's little circles about yay big or so, every about 3 inches.
Just in a line?
It kind of covers the encompass, so it's horizontal and vertical.
Does it look like just marks on the floor, like some physical disc?
Upon closer inspection, you see little itty bitty silver, not silver, but it's like spikes, just barely inside them.
Interesting. Some sort of trap, possibly.
Want to give me an investigation check, Magnus?
Yeah, I think also I want to step out. I mean, I think the way Magnus would investigate it is by stepping out of the room and tossing like a stone.
Okay.
Across them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you all step out. You grab. There's something around you can grab. You toss it on, and it skips. It's only where the coffins were at, not in between. And yeah, as it hits one, I mean, it's a good sized stone. Yayish big. And you watch as a bunch of spikes just jut upwards where the coffins would have been.
Magnus turns to the others and
then
is like,
retract.
Very clever. This place is quite dangerous.
Yeah.
Well, where do we go next?
I thought you were gonna ask the book. Where's your little helper now?
Magnus looks at his bandaged up wrist and is like, I can't afford to ask any more questions if we're going to be able to fight this vampire.
I'd be willing to supply a little more blood if you wanted to ask something else.
Perhaps we should just have a look around first, see if we can't find the way on our own.
I suppose there could be more traps, which is not ideal.
That's true. We've already exposed most of the traps in this room. Hopefully that would be it, but...
Did anyone go to the altar?
No.
Is there anything on the altar?
You see the charred remains of anything that might have been on it at some point.
Oh, damn it.
So Magnus is gonna be like, it's
Your choice, Jazzy. Spill blood knowingly or risk spilling blood to move on.
I'm gonna go look at the thing while they're talking to the book.
do you want to do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Bones, you know what to do.
And I hold my pack open.
He pulls it out, holds it there. I'm assuming you got your dagger back from Magnus, so you take it and you just cut down your wrist.
I feel like that's a bit excessive. I feel like just across my hand
It
is
works.
like...
I'm just copying
Yeah.
what Magnus did the first time. He was like, I got it. So
Magnus did the side, the side of his wrist.
yeah, I don't mean literally, enough to make it
obviously
bleed,
not-
but not kill
obviously
yourself.
not enough to
obviously.
kill myself. Yeah,
Yes,
right.
just enough to feed, nothing more. Okay, so go ahead and roll me a d6, and then what is the question you wish to ask Nam as you take 2 points of damage?
Should I ask where we go from here?
I suppose so. You've already spoken it aloud. What say you, book?
So it responds as, one is a fake. You must find which one it is. It leads to a door to your destination.
Magnus looks up at Elle from the book, confused.
What is a fake?
One of the spy traps, I imagine.
Do you remember which one was closed?
You would.
Alright.
Yeah, and the one that was closed would have been the one closest to Harold right now.
Oh, I had the best idea. So I just have Harold go over and push the stuff out of the way on that one because take damage from that shit.
Yeah, so as Harold goes to push it out of the way, instead of spikes jutting upwards, it falls in, and Harold falls and disappears as it closes back up.
Magnus turns and looks at the others
Well, there you have it.
Oh, hey, what did Harold just disappear down there?
Well, yes, but that's where we're going, so that's okay. Let's get moving.
and Magnus turns to Elle and is like,
Shall I bandage your wound quickly? And
he has got a little roll of gauze in his hand.
Yes, thank you.
I wrap her hand up real quick.
But
Okay.
Dad, don't you know if he went down there and hasn't come back, there's no way back, right?
Magnus grabs his pack, pulls it off his shoulder, and pulls a rope off, and is like,
I do have this. You're the one that got rid of all the ladders.
I
You know,
can't. We don't really have a way back now, though.
That is also true.
Throw his hands up in the air, just kind of jumps in the hole, I guess.
Yeah, so you step, and it just collapses as do the rest of you follow? As it
Magnus
closes back up.
is gonna tie. If there's anything I can tie a rope off on, actually, I don't know if there is.
There's the altar.
Yeah, if the altar's sturdy enough, I'll try and tie off a rope.
It's stone. So you tie it off around that. Why don't you give me a?
Otherwise, I've got pythons.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
I would say.
Well, we can tie up a rope. That's quick to start. You know what I mean? If we have trouble getting back up, we can use pythons as well.
I will let you do either a sleight of hand or just a straight intelligence because knowledge of tying the knot.
Mm-hmm.
or how well you tie it.
I'm sure some knots
it's-
are used medically, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta
Your tourniquet.
Stitches, man. Stitches.
tourniquet. You gotta amputate the leg off. You know what you're doing.
Mhm.
So you use one of those. You tie it around, and it's secure. You grab the rope and then get ready to fall.
Yeah, Magnus just like jumps down, like letting the rope slide through his hands.
All right. So yeah, Magnus goes. As it closes, Vlad and Elle, since you're both still up, you see it slowly like pushing and putting pressure against the rope itself. You don't know if it'll cut through eventually or what, but you're both still there as Magnus has disappeared.
We should follow.
Yeah, but I don't trust that rope.
Do you think there's anything else we could just jam in the way?
I mean, if only you guys had a bunch of bodies that weren't turned to dust. You got nothing, you can always just go in.
I have so much random shit on my sheet. Why do I have a portable RAM? Like, I remember taking it.
I mean,
I have a lot of bullets.
I want to know how you're carrying that this entire time.
Just get rid of that.
It's
shit
portable.
right now.
He's literally like sitting there looking at you like, I wish I had something I could put in there. There's literally a gigantic battering ram on his back. I don't think necessarily you would have. That's probably sitting in your room at the inn. I don't think you could have carried that here.
I feel like that's the only thing in his backpack, and it like sticks out of it. Ugh.
It's only 35 pounds.
Oh yeah, 135 pounds and 10 feet long.
That's hilarious.
So
I'll probably try to hammer some pythons in to try to hold it up a bit more.
Okay, so okay, that's fine. I'm not gonna. I'll go and actually. I lied. Give me a athletics roll. Okay, so yeah, you hammer him into the side as you like push it down so it falls, and you hammer a couple in so when it comes back up, the rope doesn't have that pressure on it now.
Yeah.
So that you're able to kind of keep it secure in that way. As then I'm assuming you and Elle both drop down.
Better now than ever.
All right. So as you drop about 10 feet before you hit a slanting slope that leads downwards. Another 15 to 20 feet. As you hit the ground, Luke's there. He's already up, brushing himself off. Magnus, you're good with Bones. He's probably putting his head back on. And then yeah. So in front of you, you see a large wooden door, standing about 15 feet tall, about 10 feet wide.
There any like knockers or anything on it?
There's like handles like to grab, so you can use them to knock.
Are they huge knockers?
No.
Oh God, give me a break.
Sorry. All right, I guess I'm gonna go knock on it.
What? You knock.
You can be polite.
You were-
Let somebody.
You receive no response from anything.
Well, it's good to go in then. Obviously, somebody's in need of my help, so
Mhm.
my civic duty to open the door.
So yeah, Luke starts to push on one side, and it's heavy, Luke, and it's kind of stuck.
Help me, Harold.
Yeah, so Harold, yeah, he goes to the other side and starts wheeling. You hear the grinding of gears as he's still quite damaged. As the rest of you kind of come up and help and push this thing open, it groans and aches as it's pushed. Some dirt falls from above as you open up into this grand crypt. In front of you, you see 5 pillars about 10 feet wide, leading up into a pathway up a large set of stairs where a sarcophagus sits. It is lit, which seems interesting to you since it looks very ancient, Magnus. On all sides, to your north and to the south, you see 2 other hallways leading to areas that you cannot see. Let me go ahead and move you guys over to where you're actually at.
Oh my. This is going to be awful.
And this is what you can see in front of you. Technically, you can see a little bit farther than this. But yes, you see like pillars kind of like silhouetted in the darkness in front of you, leading up to a set of stairs. Roughly, probably about another 100 feet ahead.
Oh man. Who is it? Who has my lantern right now?
You?
No, I handed it off to
I'm pretty sure
Elle.
Elle had the
Oh,
unseen
it was
servant
the
had
unseen
it.
servant. Yeah. So where is that?
You would have picked it up on the way. It would.
Okay,
It
so
would
I have it again?
I thought the unseen servant had my bullseye lantern.
no, I'm pretty sure Luke gave that one instead because you were talking about your bullseye lantern.
Okay.
I remember that. So, but you would have picked it up on the way, Luke.
Oh, okay.
Your
So,
detect magic
what-
obviously is gone.
By far. But I'm gonna unsheath its light, see if anything invisible will prance up.
Right,
'Cause, you know, I'm not gonna get caught with my pants down again.
fair enough. So you unsheath its light in a 60-foot radius, and you see nothing invisible in front of you. But you do then hear, off in the distance, you hear, "I see you finally made it. It's about time."
How
I've been
far
waiting.
away does this sound like it's coming from?
It's echoing off the walls, so you're not entirely sure. I have waited a long time. You have foiled so many of my plans and traps for you, Glad. So I will kill you myself. Like I should have last time.
So I think we should stay in a giant group together.
I'm not sure if he was talking.
No,
I don't know if he's there or not. Glad, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you were responding or not from what I was saying. I couldn't tell because your mouth is covered up by the little.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, so you say
Magnus turns and looks at Glad and like looks back to the open room, and like shouts out like,
Show yourself, evil creature.
in due time.
Oh, you know, it's always in due time.
You may play with my pets first.
Oh goodness, these vampires certainly love their games.
It's just
Yeah, they do.
It's just that much more fun. Let's go ahead and let me clear this out.
Harold, I choose you.
Set the round. And let's roll some initiative
"Oh boy,
with some things you don't know what's where.
here I go initiativing again."
Wait, which one's my rolling? Harold's initiative is the same as mine, right?
Core.
So
Yes.
This will be Harold's. And this one will be mine.
Okay.
Not much better.
What thing? There he is. Make sure this doesn't show its name. There we go. There's one. That's already hidden. Perfect. And this is number 2. Okay, not that great. Let us go ahead and switch up the music and let's let this begin. I don't hear you.
I also don't.
Why are you hating music? Alright, Glad, you go first. And I'll get the music.
So, for my action, I'm just gonna take the hold action. When I see an enemy, I'm gonna shoot it.
Mm-hmm.
But, I'm gonna be like, you're gonna have to come out sometime. I mean, it's your day to die.
Yeah, the
That's
response is, I think it might be your day to die. So you ready your action. L, you are up. What do you do?
I'm just gonna move up a little, and then also ready in action.
What action are you readying and for what?
My sword, if anything comes at me.
Okay.
Actually, my bow.
Alright, so the first thing that comes into view, you're gonna shoot.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Okay. So something happens as Magnus, it is now your turn.
I have no spell slots. Magnus will, I think, also ready a spell.
Okay.
I'm torn though between doing that or let me see what these two scrolls I have are. Class. Where the hell are they? Oh, there we go. Scroll of Fear. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna ready a probably a chill touch. So Magnus starts like charging icy energy in his hands,
Okay.
like scanning the room, waiting for something to show its face. And in the meantime, I'm just gonna send Bones ahead of time, or ahead of the
Okay.
group. And yeah, I guess that's it.
Excellent.
So, real quick, what is this box here?
The box where?
Right there.
In front of it is a it looks to be like a dried up pond or something like that, or something that was like at one point probably like held water.
Is it like deep?
No, it's a couple inches.
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna ready an action.
He is no longer. Bones, I don't believe he no longer has sight because they do have dark vision. Okay, so only you see it.
And then I'm gonna put my lantern down, which I already have on, but I'm just gonna.
You're gonna set it down right there. Okay.
Yeah, just gonna set it down in the center there. So that will be the marker for the 30-foot radius. And
Okay.
then ready in action to shoot whatever comes into sight.
Okay. As it is
Now that I've
now
got
your scout's
good line of
turn.
sight. It is going to go play defense. 5, 10, 15, 20, 5. And it's going to burrow.
Okay.
And then
Would you
stay
please have it give me an athletics check?
there. High DC or no?
No, it's not very high. Yeah, it's more than enough, so it is able to burrow through the stone. Okay. As it is now the other creature's turns, so they move as your scout sees them move into that territory there. Luke to the south. And Glad, you are up. Nothing has moved into your range during that turn.
So, seeing that, sir, not seeing it, I guess.
Whatever you can see right now on yours, you should be able to see.
Yeah, I'm just saying, since, nothing's happened,
Mm-hmm.
at 6 seconds we've been standing here,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tentatively creep out a bit.
Okay. So you step forward a little bit, and far off in the distance, you see the silhouette of a creature to the
Yeah.
north a little bit.
Let's see if I've got. So I'm gonna sidestep and shoot at it.
Okay. You are not blinded, so yeah, you can just take a normal shot. That's fine.
Ooh.
An 11 misses, but a 24 hits. As the creature hits, and he as he gets hit, takes 10 damage.
Guys, I think we got something over here. As I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on it as well.
Okay. Alright, so you mark that. I'll put a marker on it.
Should have done that first, but oh well.
I'm fine with that. As L, you are up.
If I move over there, can I just like do the same thing?
Yeah, I mean, he told you. So as long as it comes into view from your sight, then you can shoot at whatever he was talking about.
Can he see it?
Yes, he can.
Where?
Take a step forward.
Where?
I'm blindy.
Where?
I just pinged it.
Ah. Okay.
Okay.
Actually, can I? Where was I?
You've moved like 20 feet.
Where the heck is the ruler?
Well, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 technically.
They changed the ruler icon.
Oh, they did, didn't they? That's, I don't like these changes.
Well,
it's
they
40
give you more
feet.
options for the ruler, which is nice. Like, you can hide it from other people now.
I was like,
In
here?
general, if you can see it, you can hit shoot it without worrying about disadvantage or anything like that. Since
I was just saying if I could make it, but I cannot. So, well, I can still go 5 feet and then see what I can do next turn. But now, move there and then I'll shoot at it
okay,
with my bow.
so you pull it out, ready, release a 14. Hits as it takes actually need to remove the sneak attack from that, but it takes 6 piercing damage as it hits, and it kind of like stumbles backwards and it continues forward. As it is now. Unless you want to do anything else with your turn.
I don't think I can.
So you have your bonus action, which allows you to dash, hide, or disengage.
Is there anywhere to hide?
If you hide around like a corner or something like that from out of their sight, then yes.
Okay, so can I just like? Would that be using movement though to like step over here and?
It's 5 feet. You only move 25 feet, so you have 5 feet.
But I moved one more forward.
Oh, so then you could not move there without us dashing. At this point,
And then I couldn't hide.
you can't hide then because you can't. You already use your bonus action to dash.
Whatever. I'll just stay here then. I don't even care.
You stay there as it's now their turn. So from around this corner, it gets and you watch as you see. I hate that the space doesn't work anymore. This creature comes charging forward as it dashes forward into view, followed by a few more. A little horde of zombies charging
zombies.
forward.
So many zombies.
They're not friends. They're not friendsies.
It's fine. L's in front.
Yeah, so they come, 4 of them come just running around the corner forward, just, and that is their turn. They dash forward.
Technically, shouldn't my ready to attack go off?
Yes, because your action did not go. So you do get to attack on the very first one, which is the one closest to L. It also has an arrow in its chest, and 18 hits. And it has, actually has 2 arrows in its chest right now.
Cast at what level?
Weird. You might have accidentally have got a higher level in the
Hold on.
spell section.
Since when? No, I don't. Wait. Well, I mean, it has a higher level cast, technically, because I level up. I guess that.
But you said it's, no, you said it for a cantrip instead of a spell, and it'll automatically just do that.
Yeah, I see that. Wait, you can set it as a cantrip?
Mm-hmm. And then it'll
cantrip dice. I see. Okay.
Yeah, and then it'll just automatically roll cantrip dice now for whatever
Yep,
level you
I
want.
didn't need to do it again, but there's my damage. 10.
10, perfect. Okay, so as you deal 10 damage to this creature, yeah, it gets to you, Al, and just and goes to swing down, and then just freezes in place for a split second, and then collapses to the ground as this chill touch saps whatever little bit of life force it had left.
Oh, it died?
Yes.
Yay, I get to get some hit points back from my Grim Harvest. Second level, let's see, how much do I get back? Once per turn when you kill a creature with spells of... No, it's only with first level or higher.
Okay.
Damn it!
So it dies, but you get nothing back. All right. As Magnus, it is now your turn.
Son of a bitch, I'm gonna get that hit points back. With a better spell. Man, I'm so low on slots. I really shouldn't waste them.
And trip.
I am just torn. I'm torn, guys. All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep chill touching for now. Are any of the other ones
No, they've been touched.
damage? Yeah. Okay. Then chill touch it is. Or I mean, yeah, chill touch instead of ray of frogs.
Okay.
Wait, is that necromancy? It is. Whatever. I already rolled it.
That's fine. I don't think the zombies are immune to or don't deal with necroman or
Yeah, they're not
necrotic.
immune or anything.
So
We're
it hits for 5 damage. I'm assuming it's the closest one. Okay. Yeah, as it gets hit, and some of its ice where it gets ripped away from your spell. Anything else on your turn?
Yeah, you know I'm gonna send my boy Bones up to swing with his mace. So Bones comes clattering up to the other skeletons, like dragging his mace behind him, and takes a haphazard swing.
Okay. A 15 hits for 9. As these are zombies, they are not vulnerable to bludgeoning damage. Okay. Yeah, and you hear the crunch and bone of one of it. The shoulder breaks from the hit. Luke, it is your turn.
So I imagine they're doing fairly well because I hear battle going on behind me. I'm still going to keep watching that door for the first thing that comes into view to shoot.
Okay.
Luke's view specifically, not my...
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Okay, awesome.
All right, what does Harold do?
This turn for Harold. Harold, like a man, is going to go 5, 10, 15, 25. Oh, God. And then he's going to go and then burrow here.
Uh-huh. Unburrow?
He's going to unburrow, which does not provoke an attack of opportunity.
Right.
And Harold's going to take a quick peek. Does he see adamantine?
No, none of these skeletons have adamantite weapons.
Awesome. It's going to attack the one right in front of him with a bite attack.
Okay. A 20 hits.
4, 9.
Oh,
Bad.
yeah. For 9 damage. Yeah, as it bites and then like rips. You hear like the crunching of bones from the combat behind you, Magnus.
Oh crap!
As his turn ends, you hear from the Alp, "Ignore the thing. Get glad." So they are going to pass by you.
How many attacks of opportunity do I get?
1. You only get 1 reaction.
Oh, because this would be glorious. Okay, come on. Alright, I'm gonna attack that one for sure.
Okay. You crit, and the first one, that goes running by, it grabs and just slams it against the wall, as it crumbles, and the magic is nearly lost from the bones.
Nice.
So
Way to go.
Dies over here.
God, everything's gonna run past me before I can use my cool skill I wanted to use.
As they're dashing forward, you see many a skeleton. I really wish this right-clicking thing would work. So stupid.
Oh, I hit my ready action, by the way.
You do. As yeah, Luke, you finally get view of all these skeletons that come charging forward.
17 damage, baby.
Okay.
First one that pops into view.
Yeah, the first one that popped into view, you watch, you see it, you take aim, you shoot, and it just disintegrates into dust.
Yeah. 2 for 2.
All right. As this turn ends, it is your turn, Glad. I only have a couple more to move, so go ahead, Glad.
Hearing the shuffling behind me, but knowing those two are back there, you guys got it right. As I move my hunter's mark onto the back guy,
Okay.
that one there.
Okay, that one. Gotcha.
Yep, that one.
Got it.
And then 2 quick shots.
All right.
Nice.
So a 20 for 8 plus your
Plus an
hunter's
extra
mark.
D6 for my hunter's mark.
Two more. Say you hit it and it falls back as the hunter's mark damage just kind of explodes a little bit, piercing a hole where its heart would have been. Okay.
Arrow straight to his head.
A 24 for 7. It does not go down, but yeah, it hits it in his forehead. It's now slowed a little bit, but it is not down yet and still moving and pissed off.
I forgot they changed it. So I'm going to move back a little bit. And that'll end my turn.
Okay. Your turn ends. It's not working. L, you are up.
I'm gonna step over to this Zamble
Okay.
and swing my sword at it.
Yep. You do get your sneak attack since you are within range of an ally. 16 hits for 14, 22 damage. The one right in front of you, correct? Or to the right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, you come forward and just you slice down through the creature's shoulder, splitting it in half as it slides to the ground. Its lower body still like moving for a bit before it finally stops. As you wipe it out. Do anything else with your turn?
Nope, I'm okay.
Okay. Okay, it is now their turn. Unless I missed it. No, okay, it is their turn. One is going to attack Bones because he is right in range. It takes its fist and slams into him. Bones takes 6 bludgeoning damage because it's vulnerable to it. And the other one comes around over you, L, and makes an attack, critting you as you take 10 bludgeoning damage and it just pops you across the face.
Dodge that shit.
Yeah, uncanny dodge.
You take half, so you only take 5. Is their turn. Magnus, you are up.
Alright. Looks like they must have got that side taken care of, so Magnus turns his attention to the other side. While Bones is going to keep on swinging away.
Okay. An 8 misses.
Ooh, that's right. He's had a lot of hits in a row. And Magnus is going to try and probably chill touch the closest skeleton to him as he runs across the room as well up to Luke. And 13 to hit, yeah?
13 does hit.
So Magnus reaches out and says, "Feel my dead hands," and a little skeletal hand, manifests reaching out for the skeleton.
Okay. So as you deal 6 damage to it, it is still up and moving. As Luke, you are up.
I imagine Luke would just reload his rifle and take shot with the next one coming in the row.
Okay.
Into sight.
24 hits for 19. Yeah, as you blow another one away, Luke.
I'll end my turn. I will reload. My round scout's gonna take the 5, 10, 15, 20 movement to get here and cast It's lightning flare.
Okay.
For 9.
Wait, so
lightning
where's the
damage.
ruler at now? Because I can't even find it.
It just has a different symbol. It's a circle with a little ruler popping out of it.
Yeah, it's the.
Oh.
Fourth one now?
No. Okay, yeah, there we go. Mine
It's
is
still in like
weird.
the same position.
Yeah. The snap to the center and something that was confusing.
Mhm.
Why are you looking at blood?
I don't know. So what does your scout do? Oh, right there. Sorry, I missed it. I had to check something really fast. So your scout, okay, dealing 9 lightning damage. I need to make a dexterity save with a bunch of skeletons who are not very dexterous. Actually, they're actually quite dexterous. I lied. So let's see. That's how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. No.
If not, they take 4 damage.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 succeed, 3 fail as they take 9 lightning damage.
Nice.
So that's its tab.
It kills the one that Magnus attacked.
Dang, that was from Harold?
Yeah. It's a
Okay,
once per
kill them.
long rest.
That's pretty cool.
Okay, and the other ones take, let's see, so this one takes 9. This one takes 9. These 2 take 4. Okay. Alright, and that's his turn?
That's its turn.
Okay. So these skeletons come charging forward once again.
Oh no.
Since I can't get to Glod. One comes running towards you, Luke.
Would they really disobey the order that was given? Ignore that thing, get Glod?
They're working their way to him.
Okay, so attack of opportunity on the weaker of the 2.
Okay? They're both the 2 that got hit, so the most.
Wait, why do you get an attack of opportunity?
On Harold.
Oh, Harold does. Harold does. Oh, okay.
So that's 7 damage.
Well, these 2, yeah, these 2 dash towards you, Glod. And it does 7 damage to one of them. So yeah, the closest one, the first one got you, Luke. Harold grabs, yeah, he breaks its bones on its tibia and fibula, and they just collapses to the ground and cannot move any further. So only one made it to you, and that one will make an attack.
Killing me, another crit.
No,
Nope.
as it misses, it swings through. As the skeleton's turn ends, you hear her. You take care of them, and you just hear like this cry as you hear something not too far from your view, Glod, like coming from your east.
Sounds gnomish.
As I will roll its initiative, it's not gnomish, that's for sure. You recognize the shrill voice of this creature.
This undead gnome that we let die.
Oh man,
It's
I should have
always
thought
been
about that.
Yeah, that's what it should have been, Aaron.
We didn't let her die, did we?
Femic.
It's
Oh.
coming. It's coming for you.
Shit, I forgot about poor Femic.
It's Glad, it is your turn.
We
Let's
killed
see.
it before, so.
What's her name was a halfling anyway, right? Not a.
Vivian is a halfling, yeah.
Wait, is Vivian the one attacking us?
No, no.
I was about to be like, what the fuck?
Well, maybe she was the vampire the whole time. We'll find out.
Glad, what do you do?
I'm gonna drop my bow at my feet,
Okay.
pulling out my short sword. And let's see here. For my bonus action, I'm gonna mark this guy right here with my Slayer's Prey.
Which one?
The one right in front of me.
Okay. Okay, it is marked.
Oh.
Plus an extra d6 for.
Roll another d6. Roll another Slayer's Prey.
Crit with the Slayer's Prey. Crit, 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 crit.
So you obliterate this thing. You cast your spell and you just stab into it and it just explodes from energy.
Fuck yeah.
as it goes
And I'm
down.
gonna turn to the one next to it. I'm gonna stab him as well.
Okay. 13
Yeah.
for 10. They have 13 AC and it only had 9 HP left.
Haha!
So
Teamwork.
you blow the one up and you stab the other one up through the jaw, like cracking the skull as it falls.
I yell down the hall. I'm like,
Destroyer.
"This all you got?"
And just you wait.
I keep forgetting they changed it from space,
Yeah, me too.
and I'm gonna
It's
take a few
horrible.
steps back.
Okay. It is
And
now
that'll end my turn.
Elle's turn.
I'm just gonna attack the one with the little mark on it to the left.
Okay.
With my sword.
$24. It is alone. No, you have a creature within you, so you don't get your sneak attack, but you still deal 12 damage to it, and it only had 5 left. So yeah, you slice through this one once again, just like butter, as it falls and collapses to the ground dead.
But
What do you do with your turn? Rest your turn.
How does the other one look?
Damaged-ish. Little beat up.
Yeah, I'll just stay here. I suppose.
Alright, and as your turn ends, she speaks to you, goes, see you, Glenn, goes, my children will eat you alive. As from the darkness in front of you that come into your sight, you see 2 familiar-looking creatures, Vlad. I gotta check their actual movement.
oh no, not these things again. Oh my god, this is shit again.
Did
Okay.
we fight these before?
Yeah, remember the thing that like
Remember those 2 children that you...
Blood? That
Remember-
thing. Remember
What?
the one that like the ones that jumped on me
in the sewer?
and
Where
I
the whole
cast
cave-in thing, where the
Underrated?
roots was?
The vampire thralls.
Yeah.
I thought the token was different last time.
I've updated it.
See.
I hate these things.
Yeah, they move in. This one is going to charge forward to you, Glad, as a dash, and the other one takes the dodge action. Just waiting.
Where is Glod?
You don't see him, then you don't see him. You could ask him though. You can
Okay.
yell out to him. It's a free action.
Well,
I'm
I
between
mean,
some pillars.
All right, their turn ends. It is now the one zombie's turn, and it attacks Bones, his arch
Bring it.
rival, skeleton v zombie. An 11.
Misses.
So it swings and just bashes against the Bones, dealing nothing to it. As its turn ends, Magnus, you are up.
I imagine Bones like has a hollow cackle or it's like and like dust comes out of its skull as it swings back at the skeleton with his mace, or at the zombie rather with his mace, and misses. Oh no, hits.
Yes, it hits. The zombie only has
Kill
a 8 AC. It does not kill him though. It caves in the head, but Bones has got to get that one extra swing, just the double tap. As the zombie is still holding strong.
And Luke is in melee range of this other creature, yeah?
Correct.
Oh yes.
Magnus is going to use the help action with Luke. I'm not sure how.
Help me attack it next turn.
I think like Magnus is gonna be like step around to the other side of Luke
Okay.
and be like, jump off my back for a jump attack, like jump and hit the ground so he can like get up to its head. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Make like a little table out of myself. So I guess I'm prone as well,
Okay.
which is fine. But yeah, I'll take a help action for Luke.
Okay, I want to smash it with my mace, but I'm using my mace as like the butt of my gun for storytelling purposes. Like that.
Nice.
And they
Oops. Also, I
spin
meant to.
attack.
I meant to be adjacent to the zombie. I didn't.
Okay.
So hopefully I can hit with my mace.
Yeah.
3 damage.
Okay. Yeah, 3 damage does not kill it, sadly.
Oh, even though
but
I have full damage on it? Because it's a skeleton? With the mace?
You do kill it.
Bludgeoning,
It
baby.
only had 4 HP left.
Aha!
So,
Thank
yeah.
God, because I was prone next to it.
So you take it, you bash it with your mace, crushing in its skull. All
Luke,
right.
Guard,
Wonderful.
step on the other side of me so those thralls don't get me prone next turn.
Okay, I'll get in the way.
Okay.
Us little fellas gotta stick together.
Absolutely.
It is now Harold's
The
turn.
scout's turn. All right. So, can it take an action of dash?
Yeah, of course.
It's going into overdrive, baby. We're going 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 30, 5, 40, 5, 50. Yeah, we'll leave it right here.
Okay.
I think this is a good spot for it to end its turn.
Okay. That is where you end your turn.
Yes. All movement, all the time.
Okay. All right. So it is now the skeleton's turn. They're all dead. Remove them from the listing. You hear once again, Gladys, before your turn comes. They're coming for you. Treat them nicely.
Uh-oh.
Ugh, ominous.
Well, I'm coming for you, so. Quick question. Is the zombie my hunter's mark was on, is he dead or not?
Yes, he just died.
Okay, so I'm going to transfer it to this one right here.
Okay.
The one right next to me.
Yeah, Al finished him off last round. Boom. Okay.
And then... I am going to stab it.
Okay.
What's up? Oh, wrong. I turned on the wrong.
I thought you were like, ooh, that's not.
Like, wait a minute, you cheater. All right.
16.
16. It does hit.
Yes.
Deals 7 piercing. You stab in his gut.
Plus an extra one
plus
for
an
my
extra
hunter's mark.
1. I need to double check one thing on these creatures.
Yeah, thank God for
It's
that.
not a magical weapon, so it does not do as much as you
Yeah.
hoped it would.
It's got a silver weapon.
Yeah, it's silvered, right?
You
First
gave
off,
him a
I
silver
lost my
one?
silver rapier.
No, you got to
found
do
it.
one.
He
where
got
you
a
found-
he got a silver handled short sword. You guys found another silver short sword, which no one passed out, or an adamantite longsword that no one gave to anybody.
Oh, I thought last session that we had talked about how Glod took the silvered short sword. That's why I was surprised that there even was an adamantine short or long sword this time, because we had talked pretty thoroughly. I thought, I don't know.
I mean, if you want, I don't honestly mind if you
We would have done
I don't-
it in a short
I don't
That's the
see
thing.
why we wouldn't like
have
you
done
know,
it.
like-
Had it done it, yeah,
I
that's
think-
true.
I think we all assumed Glod took it. That's why no one said anything.
All right, then that's fine. We assume you got it. That's fair enough. That's just a miscommunication, not
Yeah,
anything else.
yeah.
So you deal your full damage to it, deal your 8 damage to it. I'm gonna put
Sweet.
it back to full.
And
No,
then
here,
another.
nicely. A 20 hits for another 7.
I need to make
Okay.
silver
Yeah,
bullets.
it cries out in pain as its wounds are not healing.
Yeah. Little
Sweet.
shit.
Okay.
That will end my turn.
Okay. Alright, as your turn ends, it is Elle's turn.
I'm going to attack the zombie thingy to the right, the upper right.
Okay.
With my
It's only one
sword.
left. Okay, 14 or 15 does hit for a lot of damage, like 30 something.
Yep.
As it goes down.
Yep.
All right, Elle,
Nailed him.
You wiped out all the zombies.
And
What do you do?
I'm gonna. I'm gonna go right beside Magnus.
Okay.
Check in the prone one. Oh, noble.
There.
Okay. And that's your turn?
Yeah.
Alright, now it is the Fletter's turn. The first one that is on you, Glod, it is going to make a claw attack. It's going to use or attack you with its claws first. A 19. You do not take the damage as it grapples you instead. You are now grappled by it, and then it lifts up its fangs or its head and then bites down on your neck. For 15, which I don't think hits.
Nope. 16
Right.
is my AC.
So yeah, it bites down and gets leather and just but cannot make purchase on it. But you are grappled and unable to move. As the other one, is going to charge towards you also.
I wonder what path it'll take.
You're right. It's an intelligent creature.
Is it that intelligent to not think about that?
Maybe it won't. Ignore all this. I can't even do like how I want to, because if I do it this way, yeah, it would much rather make it to Glod and take the attack than it would to not reach Glod this turn.
Let's see if they can get past.
An 18 hits,
Ooh,
dealing 10
5
damage
piercing,
to it.
and 5 lightning.
Yeah, so it bites and snaps and grabs a waist and starts like draining this blackish red blood. Yeah, it charges forward to you, Glod, and it's going to claw at you. A 22
There's
for
a hit.
yeah, this one actually does hit you for 11 as it slices at you. It then claws you one more time. And that
Ooh.
crits. Dealing 19 slashing damage.
Ooh.
This Glod is not looking very good right now.
I am not.
Not
But I'll be
anymore, he's
fine.
not. Glod will be fine, apparently. Zombies are all dead as Magnus. You go.
All right. Well, first, I'm going to have Bones rush over here.
Mhm.
As far as he can go, which he is able to reach this thrall right here. So he like
Nice.
runs around the corner, and he's going to take a swing with his...
We can zoom in at this point.
I'm just going to probably keep his mace out. There's no mechanical difference between that and the short sword at this point. Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah, 23 hits with no problem for 7 damage.
Nice.
Since this is a non-magical weapon, it does not do as much as you expected it to do, though.
That's all right. Magnus stands back up.
Okay.
I think, yeah, Magnus is gonna cast a spell. Are either of them very, very hurt looking?
The one that is on, I mean, they both look not severely hurt. None of them are bloodied or anything like that, no.
Okay. So in that case, Magnus is gonna pull a scroll out of a scroll tube on his belt and start chanting and reciting the cipher runes on the scroll. It's a scroll of fear, which I
Ooh.
believe does not require. I was looking at the rules for casting scrolls. It doesn't say it requires a spell slot to cast it.
It does not. It just, you will have to concentrate it like a normal spell. It just,
Right.
you use the scroll and the scroll is consumed.
Cool. So let me drop fear in my spells real quick and go ahead and throw that out just so it's there.
Cool.
Because I actually don't have that programmed in my sheet. I gotta remind me to remove that after the battle.
Sure.
Hold on. Where did it go? Level 3 fear.
Okay. So I need to make a wisdom saving throw. Each creature in a 30-foot cone. So
And my spell save DC is a 15.
I feel like you're gonna hit Glod possibly.
That's fine.
Unless you wanna, if you wanna move to the east a bit or past the skeletons, or east and one south, you could do it where you'd hit just them and not Glod.
Don't worry about the.
You would hit.
I
your,
mean, it's a 30-foot cone. Why couldn't I?
because it's gonna hit Glod. If you don't mind it hitting Glod, it's fine. Otherwise, it'll hit him. You're muted.
Cut out. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
I mean, okay. If I just need to like move a square, that's fine.
Yeah, you just need to move a little bit.
It's a 30-foot cone, so I should be able to.
You can angle it so it hits on the side of, so it's like more closer to.
Like that, yeah. The left edge of the cone
Yeah.
would be here.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. So you do that. So they need to make wisdom saving throws, which I will do for them now.
DC 15.
1, 2.
Yeah, fuck.
One succeeds. So the closest one to Glod right now is feared. I continue. I really hate this ruler thing.
So Magnus like steps up and like starts reading the scroll, and at the very end, like his voice like booms throughout the entire hall, and he's like, "Fear my wrath!" As like this ghastly image just like rises out from inside of him towards these creatures.
Okay.
Ooh.
Cool.
And I don't think there's anything else I can do.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot the one that's currently snacking upon Glod.
Okay. That would be the one on the hunter's
This
marked one.
One. Shoot that one.
20 hits for 14 damage.
Reloading.
Okay, it is now looking a bit bloodied at this point. As that is your turn then, Luke?
Yes.
Okay, it is now Harold's turn.
Harold is going to step over and attack the exact same thing I was just attacking because teamwork. And it does not seem to do anything of the
Yeah,
sort.
so it goes for it, bites, and it just like lifts its leg and it misses the attack. As Harold's turn ends, it is now Galad's turn.
So first thing, I'm gonna touch myself for some second wind action.
Good choice.
Don't know why it rolled weapon damage, but 11. I'll take it.
Okay. So you heal for 11. As
And then I'm gonna attack this bitch who's grabbing onto me.
okay. Not gonna try to free yourself.
Nah,
All right.
I'll be free when he's dead. So
That's one way to look at it.
I like that logic.
A 20 hits. The
For
6
18
I'm
damage.
assuming is your hunter's mark.
Technically, you should have advantage on all of these things because it's feared, right?
No, this is the other one.
The other one, okay.
So 18 damage, yeah, as it cries out in pain. Blood
Nice.
oozing from it, but it is not, it's still going. Still's got some fight left in it.
That's good damage.
25 for 12. God damn, you're in.
Jesus, fuck.
for another 12.
Another 12. It's still standing. It has not gone down yet.
Man, Glad is like rising to the occasion this battle.
Yeah.
It's his time. It's his moment in the sun. In
You
the dark.
bitch, get the hell off me.
When the stakes are high, Glad shows up, man.
First and only time.
L.
I'm gonna walk over here. I'm gonna slice them with my beautiful sword.
Alright, you should have advantage if you're slicing the one right in front of you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Conditions. I gotta double check that.
It is if he's in my line of sight, and if I'm in his line of sight.
So
He
a
has-
frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while sword, and it can't willingly move closer to its source of fear. So it actually
it has disadvantage on its attacks. I see.
correct. So you do not have advantage.
But you still hit though, right?
A 17 does hit.
Yes.
And then it gets to make another chance to save. You get your sneak attack, so you deal 18, 25 damage. Okay. It is looking a bit bloodied at this point. You do anything else for your turn, Elle?
No, I think I'm okay.
Okay, I gotta reread this dash really fast. Oh, I probably should read it on my own. Alright, so I'm gonna reread the fear really fast and double check some stuff here. With the creature and its turn in location where it doesn't have line of sight.
Yeah, he has to take the dash action to move away from me until he's out of line of sight for me, and then he can make the check to try and drop the fear spell.
Right. So it can't move towards you, so he can't move anywhere. He's unable to move.
That's not true. He can move through.
Oh, he can move through his companion. Yeah. God, this is gonna hurt. So he dashes.
Wait, disengage or dash?
Dash.
He has to dash.
Glog gets that OP, and so does L technically.
So does Harold and Bones.
And Harold. Sweet.
And Bones.
Oh yeah, that worked out exactly how I wanted it to.
Oh god, it's gonna be brutal.
This is exactly what I was hoping they would both have to run away from and get off.
So it runs and it takes off out of sight.
All right, let's see
if it lives. So L, Bones, Glod, and Harold.
Oh my god, nobody
All right,
hit
so
it?
both them miss. Glod hits for 10.
Thank God.
And L, I need an attack of opportunity if you choose to take one. But you realize if you do take one, you cannot use your cunning action. We can't use your reaction. You can't uncanny dodge. But she attacked.
Yeah.
So, 10 damage. That's all it takes. As its turn ends.
Terrible.
Okay.
You're all terrible.
So before Magnus, you get to go. You hear, I guess it's time for me to join the fray. As from behind, the Alp appears.
I should have saved the fear spell for the Alp.
Around the corner to the south.
Probably has
No! We're the
super high
closest
wisdom.
to her!
So I need everybody in.
Ooh.
I can't actually see it, so.
It's true, he can't.
That's fine. You don't have to see it. She's gonna move forward a couple steps anyways, so you might be able to see her then. So she takes a step here.
So
I need everybody in a. I need all of you, including Harold and
Harold cannot be
Bones.
feared, charmed, or frightened.
Well, let me double check on the spell. So Harold doesn't need to make the saves. Harold automatically succeeds then, as I cast Hypnotic Pattern.
What is that?
So, I went to GM layer. Okay. So you all see this twisting pattern of colors, like weaving in and out through the air. You all need to make a Wisdom saving throw.
I get advantage from
You
my
do,
gnome cunning.
because it is a spell.
I think it's an arbitrary thing. Is this isn't a frightened thing, right?
This is a charm. What the hell, guys?
Damn.
I think I'm gonna be boned here. What am I rolling again?
You are
Wisdom?
rolling a Wisdom saving throw.
Alright, it was nice.
It's not really that high of a save.
Wisdom. Oh no, you say that, but I'm still gonna fail this.
Alright, so Luke and Glod, you both fall unconscious, and you both fall. Basically, you're charmed, and you become incapacitated.
Wait, charmed?
You're considered charmed for the duration, which is for up to a minute. The spell ends if the creature takes any damage or someone else uses an action to shake the creature out of it. So basically, you fall asleep, both of you.
Good thing this thing's holding me.
As she then, it's cradling you now. As she then disappears around the corner and out of sight.
This piece of
you're a Z. Magnus, it is now your turn.
I don't know what good it's gonna do. She disappeared? Where'd she go?
She moved back. She walked out of sight into the darkness.
This bitch.
I don't have a sleep.
Is it run
Too
away or
tired.
no?
I really am not sure. I guess Magnus is gonna keep trying to wail on these thralls. However, well, I have an opportunity. I'm gonna have Bones cross the other side of the room. Over by in front of Luke there. Magnus is gonna move back
Okay.
up behind the pillar, hopefully for some cover in case of a ranged attack.
Okay.
And he is going to start chanting the incantation for Necrotic Shroud. As he like reaches out, like focusing, you know, kind of a purple fire lights in his eyes, and he focuses in on the vampire thrall, the last thrall. So it needs to make a DC 15 Wisdom save or take 15 because it's taking damage, right?
It has the one that's on Glad, so this one is looking quite weak and bloodied. A Wisdom save fails miserably and takes 15 damage.
All right, and then
so how do you kill this?
Ooh.
Because you kill the one next to Glad that's cradling him.
So I think unlike a human, like it starts like burn up and fleck away like it does when it kills a human, but instead like it just lets out like this hideous screech, and you almost see like a soul like tear away out of its mouth and like dissipate into the air.
Mm-hmm. And we see a soul of a small child is what we see.
As it like just screams, and as the scream is gone, the soul like floats away, and the body just like crumbles into a pile of dust, basically on the floor.
I like it. Okay.
With that, Magnus actually is going to step around the other side of the pole, hoping that he can see that other bastard. See, I think that was 25. All right.
I don't. He ran far.
I don't see him. Yep. All right. Just to be sure, and that's my turn.
Okay, Luke, you are up.
Gosh, do I see anything?
Oh, can I say, because also I meant to say this before. Bones didn't take a dash, so can he ready an attack action?
Yeah.
With his bow.
Okay.
Because his character sheet says he has a bow. So.
Okay.
Sorry.
Awesome.
No problem.
Go ahead.
That's fine.
Luke is going to.
Luke is asleep.
Nap this round.
You nap.
Can he make a save to come out
No.
of it, or no?
He can be shaken awake, or when he takes damage, he wakes up, or until the spell ends.
Oh, really? Dang! I should have had Bones knock you over.
Yeah, well, you don't know that.
Glad is also snoring away. Harold is up.
I guess Harold is going to probably bite down on or nudge Glad in some way to be like, "Hi, you're asleep on the job." I only say that because of my.
Harold can act freely on his own, but I don't think Harold has ever acted in a way to assist the party like that, more as to attack. So why don't you roll a wisdom?
Knows I have a dynamic with that where I'm always making fun of him.
Exactly why I think Harold would do. Why don't you give me a wisdom saving throw with Harold,
Okay.
and let's see what he decides.
Okay, I'm cool with that.
See if he goes against Robert. I think that's acceptable enough. He knows well enough that in this fight, it's probably better not to sleep on the job, Glad.
Yeah.
But it's such a nice nap.
So I guess that's what he does this turn. He just spends his entire turn.
Okay.
Holy God, it's not a good time to nap.
I feel like he like bites Glad on the toe to wake him up.
Mm-hmm.
Little pinch.
And that'll be Harold's turn.
Okay.
So, I'm going to spend half my movement standing up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to run over and grab my bow.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm going to ready an action for the next enemy I see.
Okay.
Come at her, you bitch.
Do you enjoy your nap?
Quite lovely, thank you.
My pleasure. The next one will be longer.
Look forward to it. Nice 8 hours.
Elle, you are up.
And your dead carcass.
I'm gonna move. Is that circle does that circle actually exist? It looks a little sketchy.
No. Don't worry about this.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna move here.
Oh, it's a trap.
No,
No, go.
according to the plane of fire.
Okay, you move right there.
Ready in action?
Okay.
And it's my turn.
Okay. What action are you ready to specify
My sword.
for something that comes within range of you?
Yes.
Okay. All right. It is now the creature's turn. It is out of range of you, Magnus. So I'm going to double check on Fear to make it the end or beginning of the turn is the question. Creature ends its turn in a location where it does not have line of sight. The creature can make. Okay, so since it was out of line of sight before, I'll have it bring it save from last turn. First to see if it succeeds. An 11, so it does not.
Yeah.
So it is technically still frightened of you right now. It cannot see you. Oh no, actually it can see you. I lied. So it must make its action to run away.
Yes. Moving there was a good choice.
And it runs to here.
It's gonna chase it around for the rest of this game.
It's got to be really far away by now.
Gotta move some stuff. I got my tokens and stuff in the way. Okay, so it is moved and dashed really far away.
Yeah.
As it ends its turn, it is going to make another save now since it's not in sight.
Right. Yes.
Still frightened. Okay, but Magnus,
Yes.
as like you're facing prepared, another one from behind this corner, which has been crawling up this way for a bit, at the same time the Alp has, comes around the corner.
Fucker.
Now, he's the first person to come in range for all of you that are prepared an attack.
I have prepared the nap action.
Yep. So, Glod, you can see it. 20
Yes.
for 6 as you hit it.
With a magical weapon.
Yes, it takes the full 6. And it will then claw at you, Magnus.
I wish I had blink right now.
It misses the first claw as it's actually it was hidden, so
Then I'll use shield.
Okay.
Too.
Yeah. So yeah, because you have what's your AC?
I mean, it didn't attack from a hidden location though. It came out of hiding to attack me. Right? It's not invisible.
It's true. It's not. I'll give. Yeah.
I
You're
mean,
not-
was it sneaking? Could it make a sneak roll versus my passive at least?
Yeah.
To determine that.
Yeah. I didn't actually roll the stealth that I meant to.
That's all right. You can roll it now. I'm okay with that. If it's higher than my passive, I'll just bust a shield.
16, which your passive is 14.
Yeah, fucker. All right. So
Does shield stop that?
So you shield. I think that's exactly where it hits for him. So yeah, you shield. It swings into you. It like appears behind on your back, and it rips through and tries to attack one more time with its claws in just anger. Just, and I think it just bounces off one more time. As its turn, as its turn ends, it's going to take an attack of opportunity from you, as it flees back.
yeah, fucker. All right, Magnus. As he hears his shield, he readied it as he was backing up towards that wall. I think already. Then he hears it go off behind him, and he just takes a spinning turn with his poison fang, like a big old haymaker. Yes.
24 hits for 3 piercing damage. It is magical, so it does full damage.
Yeah.
Ooh, does it get poisoned?
No.
Yeah, I mean, it's immune to poison, right?
You have to use an action to infuse the dagger. And
Wait, what?
Yeah. You use an action and infuse the dagger for 1 minute, and then the next time you hit, it deals 2d10. And it's a +1 outside of that.
I have no documentation on the dagger, so that would have been.
It should be in your magic items.
Nope.
I should put it there. Why is it not there?
In my bio page?
No, under the handouts.
So, I have a handout for it.
Right.
My bad. Okay, I understood.
Yeah, use an action to coat in a black ichor, and then you stab into it, and then it's to make
Use an action.
Yeah.
All right.
So the Alp comes back out, and once again is going to try to put Glod and Ella asleep in this case. Magnus, you are too far away, I believe. What's it here? Nope, you are within range. All right. So Magnus, Glod, and Elle. Would you please give me another wisdom saving throw as she tries to put you to sleep once again?
Uh-oh.
Glad you fall asleep once again, and you hear her like almost whisper in your mind, "I said it would be longer this time." As L, you succeed. And Magnus, would you please roll me also wisdom with advantage since you have your effect?
Wait for the sleep thing
Yes, because you're within.
Oh.
If you were 5 feet more, you wouldn't have been in range.
again? Dang it.
14 is the number you had to hit. You do not fall asleep.
Yes.
And Bones.
Bones should be immune.
Is he immune to charm?
I thought zombies were all immune to charm.
Well, he's a
but
skeleton.
I don't know. Let me check.
No, exhaust and poisoned, and zombies are no. They can still be charmed. So yeah, he needs to make a save. So he falls asleep.
Okay. However, that's possible. I feel like he just like stands still.
Or crumbles into a bunch of bones and just reforms instantly back up when he stands.
I like that a lot. It's like a video game. He like collapses in a pile with a little skull on top.
Exactly. Okay. So yeah, he's asleep, Glad's asleep, Luke's asleep. At this point she still is going to hide a little bit because she's being safe because you're not all asleep yet.
Harold cannot be asleep, and Harold's gonna go wake up Glad.
Okay, it's not Glad's turn. It is Magnus's turn.
Who's sleeping?
Magnus is awake. Bones
Oh,
is asleep.
Just my zombies.
I don't know what this is wrong.
I can't see any bad peoples right now. Magnus is gonna dip around this corner, and as he sees the vampire there in the corner,
Yeah, he's
gonna
not.
be like, he's gonna be like, "You can't hide from me," and then he's gonna like conjure up. What's better? I think a chromatic orb of fire. Yes.
That hits with no problem. Maybe weak to fire. Let's find out. No.
Wait, why did that take 2 spell slots? I thought I had. Did I use an? Oh, I used the shield. That's right.
Okay. So it takes 9 fire damage. And it begins to burn.
And Magnus is going to. I moved. Wait, how far did I move? 15.
Yeah.
Magnus is gonna pop back 10 feet.
Okay.
And that's his turn.
All right, Luke, you are up and asleep.
Yep, I am continuing my nap action. Harold, however, is going to take a 5-foot step. Notice that Glad fell asleep on the job again. Nudge him. Or step over his face as an action on his way over to Luke.
All right. So as Scout's turn ends, it is now Glad's turn. Oh shit! I clicked it. Sorry, Glad, you're up. Not L.
So I am going to cast Healing Spirit, centering it or placing it on myself.
Okay. Healing Spirit. You call intangible spirit. What does the spirit look like?
Probably an image of myself. Just shinier.
A shiny version of Glad appears in a 5-foot cube within 60 feet of you.
Just standing real majestic like.
A heroic pose. Whenever you or a creature you can see moves into the spirit space for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, you can cause the spirit to restore 1d6 hit points to that creature. No action required. The heal can't heal constructs or undead. As a bonus action, you can move the spirit up to 30 feet through space you can see. Okay.
Yep.
And what spell? First level spell or second level? I mean.
Second level.
Okay. And is that your turn, or do you move anywhere?
Yeah, that'll end my turn.
Okay, let's see here. Let's pull this out. We're gonna make a glow.
So we have to step in its turn, or in its.
Yeah, I can move it on my turn, but
Nice. Can you like give it a? There you go.
I was working on that. There's your glowy Glad.
Angelic Glad.
And let me go ahead and give you control of it, so that way you can actually move it around.
Sounds good.
And there you go. You should be able to move it around and stuff now. So glowy glad.
And I'm concentrating.
Yes, you are. Okay. As your turn ends, Glad, put him where you were planning on summoning him originally. It is L's turn.
Can I walk over that body with no problem, or?
You can walk around it to avoid the heavy terrain for it.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna Ash
Okay.
this way. No. Yeah. Maybe. And there's nothing really to do. There's like
Ready and
everything's
under attack.
It's
kinda
guerrilla
gone.
warfare right now.
You can ready and attack
You
again.
can ready an attack.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just ready my sword again for anything that comes into range.
Okay.
Actually, no. This time I'm gonna ready my bow for anything that comes
Oh, that's
into
smart
sight.
move. Okay. As your turn ends, L, it is now the creature's turn. I'm going to end the one creature because they really can't go anywhere else. I'm gonna make a wisdom save for the frightened one. You were never hit, Magnus. So 15. It succeeds. It is no longer feared. It is a miracle. The other one comes running around the corner. Pauses for a split second as it sees L. L, you can make your attack.
Yeah.
Oh yay!
Yeah,
Kill
it was not expecting L to be staying there with the bow, and Magnus just pulls his hat down, arrow flies over.
Nice.
16 hits.
Yes.
You weren't hidden, but Magnus is within 5 feet, so you do get your sneak attack. As you
Yeah.
deal 18, because we're not using the one on the right.
Why does it have 2 sneak attacks?
Because I haven't edited it out. We have a global one now that I forgot to edit
Oh,
out
right.
the normal. So it takes 18
Right.
damage, and then Magnus for you, it sees her, it gets hit, and then it just claws at you.
All right.
And it crits.
Ooh.
As Magnus, you take 23 damage.
It slashes like my clothes and my chest open, and I'm bleeding.
Don't look at me like that. Don't even fucking look at me like that.
Oh. I didn't see what time it was.
Yeah, it's pretty late.
Okay, so I guess we'll finish this roundup, and then we'll finish this next week for sure. Because I don't
Sounds
know.
good.
No. All right.
So I think that's what we're gonna have to do, sadly, guys. Okay, so it attacks you. You take 23. It's gonna claw you again, Magnus. 11 misses though. I was gonna grapple you otherwise, anyways.
Yes.
And then that is their turn. Is the Alp's turn. And at this point, with kind of a few people being asleep, she's coming out. So she takes 10, 15. What is her move? So you haven't seen Glad, you recall how quickly she moved last time you
Yeah.
fought her, and you just see her take 15 steps out, and she just hauls ass in your direction, stepping over her creature. So that's so this is 30. And on her turn, she makes it to you, and
Oh,
then
shoot.
she is going to make claw attack. She's gonna claw you once. I forgot to change it over to the public. The stream saw it as I rolled a 28, and you take
Oh,
12.
shit.
You get 12 slashing damage. The rest of them will be public. The next attack, she claws you again. A 15.
Missing.
Missing. And then one final attack with her claws.
I'm at 1.
17.
Pissed.
It doesn't matter. She's like she doesn't, you don't take the 10 damage. She grabs. She goes, "I'm not gonna finish you that way. I'm gonna turn you."
Ooh, fun. Vampire Glod.
As you are now grappled, Glod. Magnus.
Alright. Magnus is gonna pop a vial off of his belt and quaff a healing potion. 2d4 plus 4, is that what it is?
2d4 plus 2.
2. I always think it's 4. For 7.
Okay, you heal for 7 as you pop it with the bonus action. The creature in front of you looks close to being bloodied after the shot from hell.
Jesus, I'm not gonna make it, you guys. And Magnus is going to cast Necrotic Shroud, I think.
You're not going to
Also,
disengage?
Should my Necrotic Shroud be 2d8 or 3d8? It should be 2d8, yeah?
At level, yeah, it's 2d12 technically for the damage.
Yeah, for this one, right? Yeah. Yeah, I probably should disengage.
Okay.
Magnus is gonna do something really stupid, and he's gonna risk an opportunity attack.
It's nice knowing you.
You're going to risk an opportunity? Are you... Okay.
Without disengaging?
Brave soul Magnus. The balls.
Throwing my fate to the wind.
The fate is gone, sir.
Oh!
Ooh.
You're kidding me. And guess what? I had 17 HP.
Ah.
So technically I die in this square.
Yes, you drop as you run. Magnus goes down.
Wow.
Magnus falls. He's not dead, but he falls.
Voting to be a good fight.
Okay.
Well, that bloody fucking good that potion did me.
All right. Luke, you're asleep as then Harold nudges you awake as you wake up. As you look around, you see Glod in Mortal Kombat, barely holding on, bloody from head to toe with his Alp. And you see
With
Magnus...
a golden Glod standing right over me.
That seems
Actually,
typical of
you and
Glod,
Glod
so
need
I'm
it
not
to make
too
a Constitution saving throw for the one attack. Concentration.
Also, Aaron, I just want to let you know, this is exactly why I would picture would be the norm.
So it does disappear, Glod.
Yes.
So Golden Glod. The Golden
God,
Glod.
how short we you.
As that's it. Luke gets up, looks around, sees Magnus on the ground, passed out. Elle in combat with this creature, and Glod almost dying.
Yeah, that's typical.
And Bones in a pile on the floor.
Yes, and Bones.
Yeah, it's blending in with everybody else.
Yeah, you see little Z's like coming from Bones. As this is where we're gonna end it, guys, for the night. We will continue this next week. We definitely will have a conclusion for sure. We'll see what happens. It's a hell of a way to end this little end of the session. So
What
I
a
have to go.
huge cliffhanger.
I'm sorry.
Definitely. No, that's all right. It's totally fine. Come back for the grand finale tomorrow.
Indeed.
Next week, everyone.
And we'll see how it goes. All right, guys. I'm out of here. I'll just do a quick cutscene or outro, and we'll get the fuck out before I get yelled at any further.
Thanks everyone who tuned in. We'll see you guys next time.
See you guys.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye.
Chop chop!